Last time, the party stayed at the inn of the Lord and Lady and patiently waited for Fulton to show up. Closing on midnight and no sign of Fulton, they went upstairs to their room, and there Fulton was, overlooking the courtyard from the balcony. In the meantime, Cricket also taught some bards to play Smooth Criminal. Completely.
Yeah, they are now going to be famous, and it'll be good.
We'll see what happens in a year's time. You know, we'll be hearing about the traveling troupe playing all the hits.
All the hits.
And while tense,
So it's like you'll have the. Never mind.
No, go ahead. What's up?
You'll have the child Michael Jackson, the really just starting his solo career Michael Jackson, the late Michael Jackson. It'll be like every kind of Elvis, but with.
I just thought it would be a really cool bard band called Down with the Queen.
Yeah. Cool. Hell yeah.
Right? Or Down with the King, whichever one.
Down with the king. Down with the patriarchy.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down with the patriarchy. We're here to sing.
All right. While tense, the party conversed with him and learned that he should be the rightful heir to the house of Ceres. After much conversation, he told the party that they would benefit greatly from an alliance with him, especially should the current Lord Ceres befall some sort of tragedy, and whatever terrible plots he's involved in are exposed, as well as proof as Fulton's birthright. Also, in goodwill, he mentioned that he could get rid of the curse in Atlas's armor with some divine aid, and also potentially cure Aenos of his curse, though he would most likely need some necromantic texts to finish his works. Upon hearing this, the party decided to put his word to the test about the armor, and with the aid of Constance, Fulton was able to draw out a demon in the armor, which the party quickly dispatched. Returning to the room, they ended the night drinking some wine and reflecting on the days ahead. And this is where we start. You guys are drinking lightly or not lightly, you know, that's all up to you. But Fulton doesn't really stay too long. He has a glass of wine and is willing to converse should anyone wish to converse further with him. What do you wish to do?
Do I even know that Atlas has these sorts of any sort of necromantic texts?
Yeah,
Did he hide
you do.
that?
Yeah, no, he didn't hide it. You guys found him in the library together.
Yep.
So
did I read them? Did
Constance
anyone tell
doesn't
him?
know this.
Kinda...
Yeah, Constance doesn't know, but
he's like, I've got necromantic books. You've got what now?
Alexander and Atlas are the only two that know about them. I think maybe Jacques. Because you guys met Jacques the session after you met Exarloth.
Yeah.
No.
So I probably would have been like kind of not glaring at Atlas, just kind of looking at him and just like
I could put 2 to 2 together, my friend.
like I know you know that. I'm just like, are you gonna say anything?
Not in front of the company. Come on.
Here, what's the deal?
We have guests, honey. We have guests, honey. I don't want to do this laundry out here in front of these guys. Come on, now.
X-Nay in front of the Necromantic or whatever. I don't know.
And like Anders is like, Atlas, can I talk with you in the next room?
Kinda, yeah. I'm giving you that look, but I'm not saying anything.
The wizard with true sight is like.
Oh, true sight is what it is.
Oh,
okay.
fuck.
All right. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Good to know.
Meta, you don't know that. But his eye, he has a special eye that you've noticed, of course. You don't know what exactly it does.
Yeah. Well, actually, Zach didn't even know what true sight was, so Zach is going to learn what the hell it means. But
maybe, yeah. But Atlas doesn't
witchcraft. Just
really
pluck
know.
his eye out.
Yeah.
So for me, the only other things I had was just to keep him comfortable. So I can either roll or otherwise, but I think you've offered
he's
that
a duck in water right now. He's plenty comfortable.
He's just hanging out. And so my point is to continue to manufacture positive experiences with him.
Yeah.
And then also, I do want to
Oh.
talk to Gadriel still.
Very well.
And so that's on my radar. I'm cool doing it whatever order we want to do it in. Anybody else want to do anything tonight with them?
Not with him.
To them?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I mean, it's clear that he's powerful, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm going to tread really lightly.
He spends the next 30 minutes conversing lightly with Atlas, mostly just observing silently. And I also love that I fucking have an island just called Label on the map. Fuck. I also have Ocean 2 and Ocean 1 respectfully labeled Ocean 1 and Ocean 2. So.
All right, but if you call it La Belle, it sounds French.
La Belle.
La Belle.
But it's in Torvoxel, so, you know.
But that's the French resistance. That's they're also
exiled for being too French.
Yeah.
exactly. We love our French viewers if we have any.
We don't.
We don't.
Metrics.
We might, but doubtful.
I don't know. I still like that random guy that showed up. He's like, I'm not sure why this got recommended to me, but
Oh, yeah.
We're glad
he
you're here.
posted. He's like, I don't know why YouTube recommended this for me, but I really loved it. Great job, guys. And Matt's like, yeah, I just posted it like 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
Dude.
Thanks for being the only view. Guy.
Yeah, it was great.
But on the bright
Right.
side, look at the font of Ocean 2 and Ocean 1, okay? That looks
Oh,
pretty
man.
purposeful.
You like
That
it?
font is gorgeous.
You like
I
it?
do, actually.
Look at that.
If Atlas ends up dying, knock on wood, my next character will come from La Belle.
La Belle.
And you will have to figure it out.
I hate all of you.
All right. If Aonos wants to talk to me while we're here, is that what you want, or do you just want to talk later when he leaves? Because I'll do whichever one.
Are you asking?
No, I'm not asking. I'm asking Jonathan. Like, if you really want Atlas's attention, you can get it.
No, if I wanted to talk to you, I would right now, but I'm kind of trusting Atlas's his game here.
Got you.
Not going to just sell him out like right in front of this guy that we don't really fully trust.
I mean, we're not. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he might be like, yeah, I'll take care of this problem myself. I'm going to kill you for the books. Who knows? I don't know. Let's finish the wine first. Okay.
First, murder later.
If that's the case, Atlas is going to try to head over and talk to Gadriel casually, I guess. I mean, depending on the flow of the evening or whatever. Where's she at? She's inside and we're all out on the balcony.
Oh, yes,
still?
I could. No, you guys are off the balcony now. You're in the room proper. Because it is cold outside, although the courtyard does seem to have some kind of magical effect where it keeps snow off the ground in the courtyard.
Legit.
Once again, ignore the empty rooms and all that. But yeah, you guys are in the main room.
So is it just starting to snow then? Like the season changed kind of slowly?
Well, it snowed a couple days ago.
Okay.
It snowed. It's been like a week and a half ago. It was snowing when you guys arrived in Devon.
Okay.
And it snowed briefly, like a dusting of snow, every now and again. And now it's just cold. You know, it's about -1, -2 degrees Celsius. So, you know, in the upper 20s for Fahrenheit. At night, pretty cold. During daytime, reaches like 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Currently. So the snow's been melting in the day, and it's been muddy in the streets that aren't paved. And then it freezes at night. It's a shitty time of year in Devon. Like, it's not, it just sucks in general.
And this is why they have a festival this time every year. I thought this was summer, honestly.
No. This is summer. It's summer where you're from. Typically. In Eleftheria. It's usually summer. They don't even celebrate Last Light Festival. It's called something else. Whatever the opposite of Last Light, Full Light Festival.
Holy shit, it's hot again.
Holy shit, it's hot again.
Why?
Worst fantasy world that they name all their stuff like, dude, it's so goddamn like cold out right now, man.
It's the Wet Fest, guys. It's spring.
Well,
It's called realism.
now I figured out my
Winter
opening line with Gadriel, though.
All right. So you head over the Gadriel, and Fulton, before you go over there, he leans into her ear and says something, and says, well, God damn it. Well, I suppose that is enough for tonight. I will see myself out.
All right.
And he just walks to the wall and disappears. Like, the door that was there is no longer visible to you all. But he walks directly to where it was earlier, and he just seemingly disappears.
So, okay. Side note, the walls have ears here now then, because I can't trust anything. I can't trust that I can have a conversation. I can't trust, like...
I mean, I don't know. You look outside the window, and there's nothing there on the other side of the window.
I mean, I've been burned before, so
Yeah.
I would be somewhat wary of a master.
You
magician.
also know that you went through the wall earlier when there was a door on it.
Yeah, but I mean, I could be sleeping and this motherfucker can just dimension door into my room, right? Like that's.
Yeah, I mean, that's true for almost any wizard, right? Dimension door is a fairly low level spell.
Touche. Okay. Does he take Gadriel then, or is he just leaving?
No. He says something to Gadriel. She nods.
Okay.
And he leaves.
I'll go up to her and say, "How do you like the cold?" I'm not a big fan myself. I'm from a place a bit warmer than this.
She looks at you with a curious look.
She's like, no, you're
faint
not. Oh.
recollection is behind her eyes, but she doesn't. She seems a little confused about it. Well, I suppose it's just fine. I've not really known many other climates, I don't think.
And what I talked with fuck, I really don't know how to go about this one. So
yeah.
Fulton's employee. How long have you worked with him?
Oh, couple years now.
Interesting, yeah. I mean, honestly, I have to be honest with you, Gadriel. Tonight went a lot better than I expected it to. There was a pretty good chance that we were all going to not be friends after tonight, and instead we all got to have some wine and company.
That would have been unfortunate for you.
Yeah, I think it would have been on multiple levels. So, what did you do?
I would have hated to killed you, but
I'd hate to see you try.
And she just takes
Challenge
a sip.
accepted. You want to take this outside?
You want to go? You want to go?
You want to go, bro?
I'm like, is this sexual tension, or are they really just going to kill each other? I'm not sure how to read this.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I mean, I just like non-lethal blunt trauma to the head, and maybe she'll remember. Who knows? But
Is that a euphemism for your penis?
The hammer is my penis.
you're giving me way too much credit.
Oh.
Nah, I'm fucking around. Anyways,
Maybe I'll rock your socks off. You'll remember everything.
yeah. Well, actually, I was thinking it would be kind of fun to do like a demo sword play, so she actually had to see my sword a little bit more. Not sexual, literally her master's sword.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I mean, why not? Take her outside and do a sparring match or something.
I hope to get to see you at work, though. I'm a fan of the knife on your tail. I think that's pretty cool.
She looks at it. Yes, It's certainly something, isn't it?
So what did you do before Fulton?
I don't... She's getting visibly frustrated as you continue to ask questions. What do you do? All you've done is ask questions of me. And she's just stuttering through her speech. What about you?
Yeah, no, I'm happy to share. Just asking pretty lady how her night's going, right? And a little bit of background. For me, I come from a country called Eleftheria. And then does she like respond to that at all?
She goes, I've heard that's quite closed off from the rest of the world.
Yeah,
and you know that Eleftheria is kind of like an ancient Japan-ish, not even ancient, but they are closed off. They don't really do trade with the outside world. Most ships are in fact even turned away at their ports. Very closed off country. Yeah. So that's what you know. Yeah, that's what you know.
The country was much less hostile than its people. I'll say it that way. So these cold nights, I'm definitely thinking of the ocean. But yeah, I been around, done some things, and so I'll say a couple of stories, right? Like, and I don't know, but I'm trying to drop kind of some keywords. So in the same way that we used to be programmed, I'm going to try to drop little tidbits of information about our structure. I'm not going to overtly say, I'm part of the Black Blade.
Yeah. What kind of keywords are you saying? Like, that's.
I will. How much do I want to do on the very first night?
Yeah. Well, you think about it.
Yep.
And what's everyone else doing at this time?
Just someone else go first.
I'm enjoying the wine and sort of watching the exchange between the two in the corner, and I kind of watched Fulton just dimension door out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to Jacques and just kind of be like, so, Jacques, what do you make of all this business?
What do you mean specifically? Sorry, there's a lot going on right now.
I'm still really new to the party, and I'm trying to figure it all out. You've been here longer than myself, longer than Cricket. Mm-hmm. What do you make of the situation with this Fulton fella? Do you have any thoughts on him?
You're talking to me, right?
No, I'm talking to Jacques.
Oh, sorry. I just heard my name. My bad.
Talking about you, God. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you can come over if you want.
I've heard a lot about him. And honestly, after this encounter, he seems to be the opposite of what I had imagined based on the stories I had heard. He's not nearly as bad as what I had going in my mind. I'm here expecting some kind of shootout and a few deaths, but so far he's helped disenchant some armor and just talked and had wine. So I am pleasantly surprised by the exchange so far.
Yes, and the bit about the armor. How did the demon come to be in his armor?
Yeah, that was before my time, unfortunately. But you know, when I met this party, Atlas had demon enchanted armor. 3 of the members involved had made a blood pact with another devil. They were bound to a elder god of some sort and are in a bargain with the Red Dragon. So, bizarre as it may be for me and probably the common folk, this seems to be just something they do on a regular basis. Entering into pacts that no man with his right mind would even consider.
You're all right with this behavior? Taking pacts with elder gods and
Cricket,
demons and dragons?
You're around, so you can either...
Can we trust his leadership?
I'm just subtly listening in.
Okay, so yeah, you can listen into either conversation. You're choosing to listen in to Jacques.
I'm choosing to try and keep both my ears open.
Gotcha.
If possible.
Yeah, so you hear a couple of these things that Jacques is saying as well.
I mean, absolutely, I'm okay with it. You know, your first month or so traveling with them, you think, what have I done? Who are these people? You know, how long before I'm dead or enslaved to some demon, devil, dragon, demigod? But, you know, then after a while you think, if I walked away, how boring would my life be without it? And honestly, there's no shortage of mischief, mayhem, and manslaughter with this group. So I've become quite comfortable with it, and I don't know if that says less about me or the party, but I feel like I belong.
I see. So you're rather all right with blood on your hands.
Oh yeah, it's normally hands splattered on my face, chest. I have to wash my clothing regularly, but
right.
You know, not everyone that lives deserves it, and you know,
and
Atlas seems as good a judge as anybody to deem who breathes and who doesn't. Until he decides that I'm on the poor portion of that list, I plan to continue to follow.
And what of our boy over here, the Enos? How do we feel about him? Has he come to reason? Now that we find him closer and closer to his family?
I personally, I just adore Enos. From what I've heard before my time, he went by some name, Alexander, or some such business. He was your typical run-of-the-mill, pampered noble, out to change the world, waving a shiny sword that his parents probably bought him. But, you know, now I've rarely seen his face. He seems pretty gloom and doom, but kills with the best of them. And, you know, I think he's a little more unique these days than when he started.
Ah, aye, very, very fair. Well, then I guess I will heed your advice and see where it all goes.
Hey, either way, it will be exciting.
Of that, I have no doubts.
Whether it's our end or Exarlot's, it will be a good time.
Okay. Atlas, back to you. Unless Cricket or Alexander Anos wanted to do anything.
I think I'm just kind of paying attention to Alice's conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
Not like butting in. It's not like I'm between the two or anything.
You're just kind of
like
casual listening.
Not
You're all in the same room, so it's not that hard to pick up conversation. You know, the fire's roaring in the fireplace, giving off plenty of heat.
Okay. I'm ready whenever.
Back to you.
Gadriel, I haven't been completely truthful with you. I do know you from a past life.
Very well. I sense something about you as well, though I do not understand why. It's probably has something to do with my memories being altered, or so I hear.
Can you tell me more about that? Because you're a bit different.
Well, Fulton, you know. And she kind of, if a golden tiefling could blush, her cheeks get a little golder when she mentions his name. He apparently found me half dead on the streets, and I was in such pain. I do not know why anymore, but I know that he nursed me back to health and cured me of my mental anguish that I was having. And I think I asked him to do it.
Do you remember asking him to do it, or that's just how he?
No, I remember asking him to do it. I remember being in such pain. I do not know why, but it is what it is, I suppose. And she, she's kind of drinking and she's telling the story. And make an insight check.
Please roll good. Ooh, 15, and I think I might have a plus on it. Let's see here. I don't. Just 15.
Well, she's talking to you, and a hand comes out at some point during her story when you guys are conversing, and she lightly puts her hand briefly on your shoulder. She's smiling. She's jovial about it, although seemingly confused at some memory of you must reside in her, probably.
So it's not like a flirt. It's just like a subconscious.
It's the subconscious flirt, perhaps.
Subconscious flirt. Okay.
Her body language is that of a flirtatious nature, although could just be who she is. But from what you remember, she was always pretty professional towards others, except you. So.
Well, I think it sounds like we have a job ahead of us, and I remember your skill set, and I think that you're going to be incredibly valuable. I'm looking forward to working with you very much. I have one ask of you, and it would be to think about a conversation with me with your memories back. Would it be possible for Fulton to suspend that so that I can talk with my old dear friend Gadriel one last time?
If he thinks it's best, then yes. Perhaps.
That works for me. Maybe tomorrow we can discuss the details of the infiltration of House Saris. You seem to know the layout quite well. You and
yes, it'll be quite hard to infiltrate.
I think we're up for the challenge, right?
It will be not so hard to infiltrate. It will be hard to get out if detected, though.
That's half the fun, right? I think
perhaps
position a couple of entry points, have a good exfil plan, and this is where he's going to start kind of dropping a little bit of terminology that they would use in the past. Have two teams working. We actually have these other resonance stones. I forget what they are, but the comm stones over distance. Tell her about that technology that we have. She's probably seen it before, but maybe not. And tell her it's been a little bit since I got to go on a mission like this. I'm looking forward to it. And with that, I'll let her go. Kind of a bow, a nice kingly, courtly bow.
Yeah. Well, she wraps up the conversation with you, and she looks around. No one else seems to be paying her mind, and she goes to the same spot where Fulton was, and seemingly disappears as well. All right.
So I look over at Aenos then, right, knowingly, and I nod to him that if we want to, we can go have a quick chat on it, or we can just go to sleep. Like, I take your lead. What do you want to do?
We can talk somewhere where we know we won't be heard.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of rooms downstairs as well if you want. You could go all the way back to Bill's bar if you wanted. It is the middle of the night. It's past midnight.
The courtyard doesn't have snow on it, right?
It does not.
Courtyard?
It also has a really big hot tub.
Courtyard?
That is lit by these glowing orange orbs at the bottom, giving it this fiery orange glow.
Do you think that it can be a wider discussion with the group, or do you want to just chat privately first? It's up to you. Again, I'll take your lead.
Either is fine with me, I guess.
What's that?
Either is fine with me.
In that case, I get everybody and ask if they want to go to the hot tub. How late is it? Does people want to go sleep?
It's close to 1 o'clock at night, in the morning.
All right, we hot tubbing and drinking more, or what do we do?
I don't trust anywhere in the vicinity of this building.
I'm up for a conversation, but I agree with Anos. It's not like it's going to be unheard.
Yeah, it's not that I don't trust it. What I would say is if he wanted to kill us today, he would have done it already. Will he want to kill us tomorrow? Possibly. I don't.
This is what I love about you, Atlas. In all your scenarios, somebody dies.
Dude, you just hit me like a shrink.
As I'm sitting over there still sipping wine.
Yeah, man, Atlas kind of wants to relax. Like the way I look at it is he died 24 hours ago, got brought back. He thought he was coming in here to go to war with Fulton, and he's just relieved that it's different, and so, yeah, I want to cut loose, drink a little bit, sleep in the morning, and that's kind of my mindset personally. So hot tub it is for me, if anyone else wants to.
Hot tub it is.
Alice is going to be in the hot tub, the only one in. Everyone else is in their armor right outside.
I mean, that's honestly kind of my thought process. I'm going to stand next to it, kind of on, closer to the snowy side of it, but I'm not going to actually get in.
Okay. Man,
things went well, but not well enough that I am, ready to lower my guard even while I'm tipsy.
That's fair. That's fair.
And Cricket, what are you doing? As well, you go down with them, or?
I don't know. Is the festival going on in the middle of the night?
At the middle of the night, no. It's not really going on at 1 a.m. But it will pick up tomorrow. And you did, yesterday, you did see feats of strength from people wrestling to people hitting some sort of contraption that you've seen in these festivals before, where you pick up a maul and you hit a platform to raise a bell and ring it. There's archery competitions. There's some weird one that seems somewhat localized to this region, where people were catapulting others into the icy bay. Well, not really icy. It's cold. It's not that cold enough.
In ice.
Who's next for hypothermia?
They just skip.
Ooh, ice is a little solid on that.
But you did see a lot of those. You saw ring toss games in the day, but you guys were really kind of single-minded in coming here where you wanted to get this over with. But you think tomorrow, there'll probably be even more types of games. It could possibly even be ring pit fights. Who knows?
Too bad we have so many important things going on.
But you know that these festivals last all the way through the Festival of Van Lumen, which is 5 days.
I mean, what do we really have to do besides just party a little bit at this point? Because we saved Anos' girl, right? We met Fulton, and we don't have a time limit of getting Fulton back his seat. It's kind of one of those indefinite, build me an army of 5,000 men.
Timeline for that.
Yeah,
it just depends if you guys want to leave Devon and then come back to do it, or do it before you leave. That's one of the things.
Yeah.
So you guys do. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. You do know that Cricket has a date with the Wasp, with Tori, which I also known as Atlas right now, because Atlas is supposed to be bringing
tomorrow night.
You're not sure, really. You haven't checked the tree trunk again.
You have a naked, drunk Atlas sitting in the hot tub right now. So if you need me to stop,
He's like, "Who wants this?"
Yep.
So,
also, Atlas, just for funsies, like you guys were like, "What is going on with this dude?" But that's how much stress I think he was under going up.
yeah,
to
he
this
just
moment,
he just
right?
like takes off his armor, something
just
that
going-
doesn't resist anymore.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's different. His mind is clear, and so he holds his breath and he just goes under in the hot tub, and he's just gone, no surface. He's just under the hot tub. Period.
Is it a hot tub or more like a hot spring?
More like a hot
Like,
spring in a way, yeah.
Okay.
And it's an
I'm in there
unnatural
too.
hot spring. Like they've somehow found a way to make it appear like a hot spring, but the waters are, yeah.
I climb on in completely naked.
All right, yeah, all
Yeah.
right. Cricket, you're
My
about to
body
say
is
something?
riddled with tattoos.
I guess while everyone's relaxed
Badass.
and it's late, I'll go back towards that tree, and when I get fairly close-ish, I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Shit. Okay.
Atlas is drunk enough to ask you about your tattoos. Any cool stories you want to share?
So like when I get in, you see the All-Father Son face of Pelor on my back, kind of like Sons of Anarchy style.
Okay, nice.
I mean, ever since I joined the order, I've kept a record on my body of the things that I have done, things that I've seen, and a great many of these are actually how I write down and remember my spells, my prayers. Excuse me, my prayers.
Interesting. Atlas wants to roll perception for love lost. Is there any giveaway of so just a second 19 to perceive any tattoos that humanize him, show relationships? I'm thinking like daughter, mother, father, spouse, significant other, etc. That's what I'm looking for.
You probably have some sort of tattoo that signifies your time serving in the army, would you not, or no?
Yeah, there are military tattoos.
Yeah.
That I guess, well, wouldn't that roll be good enough? Yeah,
Yeah, it would
the
be
roll's
good
good
enough.
enough.
Yeah,
You know the signal is known as a like a medic for the guard.
Yep.
Like and slash chaplain. Obviously, I was there for mostly medical, but there was like the religious side of it too.
Where did you
There
serve?
was lots of I'm sorry, when?
Yeah, no. Where did you serve?
So like I don't know that because when I made the backstory, I don't really know much about the world. But blah blah blah. I was really young. And part of the reasoning I'm in the clergy now is that I've had a really bad experience when I was serving my time for the land, and let's just say that an innocent life was lost when it didn't have to, and I realized a long time ago that I never wanted to pick up a weapon ever again. But I don't have a the scar of that one is more internal. You'll never find it on my body, but it's constantly close to my heart.
Yep. I know about scars for sure. So while we're talking about our naked bodies, Atlas is riddled with scars, like just torture, right? Like,
So do you have an innie or an outie?
I'm an innie kind of guy, but like lashes, because a part of the training was being lashed in a chair, thrown in the ocean, right? Pulled back out, seawater right through all of your wounds. They heal you up, torture you again, throw you back in. So Atlas is riddled. I don't think Atlas has any tattoos. Not something I ever really pursued for him.
Though, I mean, meta, my question would be, do you remember what those scars are for? And Constance in passing will ask, tit for tat. I don't mean to draw attention to it since they're definitely physical scars, but what stories do they tell?
Yeah, a lot. Some I remember, some I don't, right? I mean, the training was pretty brutal. Like, you look torn up before you even went on your first mission. So it was definitely an aspect of mindfulness, and that the physical body is just a present moment, right? Now we have to use that present moment to get the work done. But yeah, I mean, plenty of scars, stabbing, slices from jobs. Some more enjoyable.
I admire the most recent one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I probably have a bunch that you already know about because you've.
Yeah, the ones that you just had done when you were like falling and then coming back up. I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
dude. That was probably like a giant one right here, like where you just like slit me across the chest or whatever, right?
So while that's going on, Cricket, because I have everyone's full screen, I don't have the. If you replied back to that message, is there anything you wanted to ask? Well, you're at the tree as you pull the letter out.
I'm pulling the letter out, I read it, and then I am going to return towards the inn.
Yeah, so you return towards the inn, and you see Atlas and Constance seemingly naked in the hot tub spring, and they're just conversing about their scars while Jacques and Aenos are kind of outside the spring, minding their own business as well, patiently waiting.
Okay. Well,
I probably would have just found a corner. Like,
Okay.
I think I'd just be sitting next to the fireplace.
Okay, so you're back still in the room? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm just kind of watching out. Like I said, I'm kind of facing the outside of the courtyard, but while these two guys are drunk in the hot tub, I'm going to make sure no one tries to kill them.
Yeah, and this the relative north side to you is also, you notice that this inn is kind of on a step. So the outside the courtyard is a small cliff face, and it would be difficult for a normal person to scale it to get up here, but yeah, nonetheless, you stand out here by the fence looking out back. But Cricket, you show up, and
so when I'm showing up, where Cricket would normally be wearing a smile on his face, he's just more stern looking, and he'd be going around to everybody just saying, "Enjoy yourselves, lads, but when you have a moment, we need to have a word."
I'm all ears.
Yeah, I'm all ears too.
Well,
And
it's
also,
group moment, so
real quick, and
you're all separated.
Do we have to get out of the hot tub?
Not yet. Later.
So, did Anos not come out with us? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
I can hear the hurt in
he wanted to
Atlas's
talk to you
voice
about
when
the necromantic
I wanted
text.
to talk with you about the thing, and that's what I was saying. Now we're going to bring the people. How about the courtyard? How about the hot tub? And then you don't even come outside?
Anos is that guy. He's really that guy. He's like, yeah, I'll be there.
He's playing true to the character, but Atlas
Never shows
notices and is hurt. You
can hear it when he asks, "Did Anos not come with us?" I just shout up towards the room, "Anos, you're tearing us apart!"
Jonathan, sorry, man. What did you say?
Trying to make it clear that, I mean, if Atlas doesn't think it was worth talking to Fulton about these books right when he was there, he wouldn't trust to talk about them in this building at all.
I mean, Atlas is
We're
also
not in the
drunk.
building.
Yeah, that's why we're not in the building, to be honest.
We're outside.
More or less. Okay, so if you didn't come out with us, that's fine. I would hope I would have known. Did you just abandon me, though? Like, let's be honest. How did it go down? Did you abandon me, or did you tell me you weren't coming?
I mean, it's like...
I'm right behind
He
you,
abandoned
buddy.
you.
He
I'll
abandoned
be
me.
there.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
He abandoned me, for sure. Okay.
I'm behind
Well,
you.
then,
Way behind.
I didn't get a chance to tell you that
He
I
loves you.
obviously know. Yeah, also that. But if you were out here, I would tell you that repeatedly. Speaking of which, Zach could use another beer, so I think I'm gonna go get one. But yeah, I'm good.
Well, can you
Actually,
wait? Can you wait just a minute to finish Cricket's conversation, and then we can take a small break, I guess. if people want to get drinks. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So,
All right.
Cricket.
Well, lads, as we've seen in this city, things are not going as seen. There seems to be some sort of great trouble, some sort of darkness tied up with your Exarloth fella. I would guess maybe these creatures of nightmare. They worry me. I haven't told you much about the Enclave, but while I was there, I enjoyed my job. They gave me a place to live, and I had purpose. Things started to change. I have a feeling that this is all involved with what's going on in this city. Now, I have a note here. As I've told you, we need to go and meet these people, but it needs to be tomorrow night. I'm asking for your help since I've so willingly given mine to yours.
Are you directing that to the entire group?
Yes.
You're Bernie Sanders right now. I am once again asking for your
Once
help.
again, asking for your help, even though I get you into trouble.
All right.
Yeah, of course. I'm in. Am I Tori? Or am I just Atlas this
Are
time?
you a Tory?
I'm a Tori! Alright, to Tori! And Atlas tries to get everyone
Unless you
cheered.
think there's options here. We could try and get there sooner and lay an ambush. We have a place. They aren't expecting all of us. We have an element of surprise on our side.
I love surprises.
I'm just drinking wine out of the bottle now. I've quit pouring it into a glass. So, are you just cutting to the chase? Are you asking us to kill somebody?
We might have to. I don't know. I needed more information.
I'm like, I'm still in the room.
I'm
Like,
right here.
Really?
I'm right here in the hot tub.
I don't want to kill anyone if we don't have to. All I'm asking is for your help with some very notoriously bad people.
Oh, Cricket,
I
does this
can
get you a
tie
bit
down
closer to your last?
operations. I'm hoping so. I don't know. This is my only lead.
Wow.
I'll put a hand on your shoulder as I drink more wine and say, well, I'm not very good at not killing people, but if it goes south and you need someone to be killed, I'm your man. And then I go lean against the hot tub and continue to drink.
In the name of love and innocence, I'm your man too.
Meanwhile,
Yes, I will kill them
Yes.
lovingly if it comes to it. And I raise my bottle and I kind of splash it towards you.
Well, all
I always
Cricket
want to
has
call
to
you
do,
Reverend. What is the title you go by again? Is it
Reverend.
Okay,
It's
I will kind of splash my bottle of wine over my shoulder towards you.
So all Cricket has to really do is say, so these guys are really bad dudes. They kill people, they murder, they steal. I'm like, I'm there. They need cleansing. Let's do this.
Yeah, they do
They need
that.
Pelor in their life.
They are very bad.
Meanwhile, Anos is up there listening to his Walkman. One is the loneliest number.
That you'll ever do.
All right, go
You're
ahead.
tearing us apart.
We'll take a quick break here just to get some liquids in you if you need them. Cricket tells you all this information. Atlas or is Jacques, are you back?
Yep.
Okay. Atlas and Jacques, you're just having or not Atlas, but well, Jacques there too, drinking wine now. But Constance and Atlas are still naked in the hot tub, just enjoying themselves, drinking. Jacques, you're drinking. Aenos is somberly sitting by the fireplace. You all eventually tuck in for the night and fall asleep in various rooms, I imagine. Unless you want to do anything else tonight.
Nope.
All right.
I might go mutter off and talk to Bombad for a little bit, but unless you had anything prepared, we don't need to
I
roleplay
guess
it
I
out.
would go privately tell Anos what was going on too.
Okay.
If he's still awake.
Yeah, he's
He kind of just like nods.
like, this is normal behavior. Sure. But yeah, Jacques, is there anything in particular that you wanted to talk to Bombad about?
No, like I said, unless there's anything that you had specifically, I'm just going to let him know that I'm closer to that. I guess a transference ritual would probably be the best way to describe it. And just kind of check in and see if I can get a general gauge on what his thoughts are on actions and stuff. Just if he's still pleased with the company he is in, or
I love it here. What are you talking about, Jacques? This is fascinating. Learning about you and your allies. Although this Fulton guy is, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about him yet. Never trust powerful mages.
that's what I always say. But I've got a good feeling that Atlas will kill him before everything's all said and done, so I don't think we need to overthink it.
Very well, very well. Yes, he seems to be quite adept at killing things, as do you, my friend.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful, wonderful chaos indeed.
It's too bad you cannot partake in this wine with me.
It is too bad.
One day, perhaps.
Yes, perhaps one day you will give me form, other than a weapon.
Did not even know that was possible. I will add that to my list.
Yes. But yeah, you all guys all tuck in for the night, sleep. You wake up and you smell the luxurious feast wafting up from the stairs below. Likely some pork belly and eggs, fresh milk, orange juice, freshly squeezed. All just a extravagant spread, something much more expensive than that you were accustomed to at Bill's bar.
Yeah,
Although not as greasy. So,
Aww.
yeah.
Oranges in like the middle of winter. That is impressive.
It is.
Like, even for modern real world.
Yeah, they freeze them, and they freeze. The fresh squeezed orange juice doesn't imply the oranges are
on orange.
Yeah, it doesn't imply that the oranges are fresh, just that it was freshly squeezed from the orange.
It's too fancy. I'm going to ye old Waffle House.
Yes. All right, you guys go down there and.
I'm going to stay asleep until somebody wakes me up. Jock doesn't usually drink, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sleeping in, man. I drink a lot, too.
Yeah, true.
The smell might be able to get me up. It's strong? Super strong smell?
It's pretty strong. Not overly so, because it's pretty well built, but you sense that there's probably some kind of vent somewhere that allows the wafting smell of all the foods up here.
That is awesome. And I will go down. Yeah, I'm going to go down.
Yeah, a slight headache, but nothing major, unless you really wanted to get turned up. In which case, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I would say enough that I let loose, but not enough to be not in control. Yeah, I don't think needed.
A few glasses, nothing major. But
I think Jacques put back like a few bottles.
Yeah, but he hit wine, not really liquor, so...
Wine, yeah, wine's still rough. I don't know.
Really? I've never really struggled with wine. Wine I can pretty much hammer.
Really? Dude, I get wine headaches after one glass.
Sorry.
I love wine, but I get headaches super bad. You too, Tyler?
That doesn't feel like getting drunk, though. I feel like wine.
Well, I'm just asking if Atlas is eating the breakfast.
Oh,
or not.
gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, so Atlas is seriously and he'll tell you guys this at the table too, right? Which is, the walls may have ears, sure, right? Fulton may want to kill us eventually, sure, but today's not that day. I'm telling you, I don't think we have anything to worry about in the very immediate future. Frankly, if he wanted to do it, he would have done it already. Now, it's up to us to continue to monitor that situation, right? Because it can change. But as of right now, eat up, man, and drink.
God, I've got my head down on the table because I do have a little bit of a hangover. We just woke up, Atlas. Do we have to talk about the people that want to kill us?
Well,
Can
Cricket,
you
I
just
imagine
say
that's
good
why-
morning?
Yeah, he's like shoveling some eggs in his mouth. He's like, so.
Is that why you were asking, though, Cricket?
Seeing you with her again. Been a long time between you.
It's weird, man. She's there. Like I saw it in her eyes and like her blush, and she touched me, but at the same time, she has no idea who I am. It's strange. I really at this point,
Wait a minute. Touched you how?
on the shoulder.
I put my head back down on the table.
Very No, she's in there. She's in there. Something bad must have happened, man. Something, because for her, whether she asked for it or not, and it sounds like she did, right? For her memories to be wiped away, she was
You have your memories tampered with too, have you not?
I have. I can't ever recall asking for them to be taken away. It was more of a protocol set me into the wild, and then something happened along the way where I kind of went off the reservation. But for her to even ask, right, if she did or didn't, or Fulton has tricked her, whatever, she's not the same, man. I would like to help. She did say, though, I asked her if she'd be open to Fulton suspending her memory loss and to have a conversation. And I'm terrified of who she'll be if we do that. But she was actually open to that. What do you think?
Well, all I know is if you need a private place to speak with her, I might be able to facilitate with that.
Okay.
I know a spell that'll let you speak to someone through their dreams. I have regularly used it to speak to my lady love, though she's rarely ever spoken back. Her choice.
Her choice. Dish the tea, man. What's that? What do you mean?
She mad at you?
Yes. I don't know.
Interesting. I wonder if the dreams I wonder what Gadriel I would meet there. That'd be kind of cool. I will probably take you up on that. But you were saying last night, I only heard half the words, to be honest, and I was playing around in the hot tub. But what do we have to do today?
Today, we have some fun. Enjoy the festival. Tonight, we got to go to a crypt. Is that what it was?
Yes, it was go to one of the cemeteries you pointed out. It's closer. It's close-ish to Bill's Bar. There is a crypt with the unnamed, I believe, with the bust of an owl on it, on top.
So if you would like to be Tory for the day and make a scene with all of us so it make these people know that you're getting me gathered to go to this place, that would be good.
In my somewhat haze between the bubbles, the water, and the booze, I think you said something about like a trap too. Do you have a preference?
I mean, we can set a trap. We can just show up in force. They're not really expecting all of us.
Tori knows how to have fun, you know? I mean, I could definitely go ahead and carry over last night into today. Go see the ladies. You know, the ladies love Tori.
Too early. It's too early.
Jacques is like, oh my god. But the food smells so good, Jacques.
I'm just like got my head on the side of the table and I'm just kind of pushing eggs towards my mouth that's open, still on the table.
You're getting Zach's memories right now, because there was one time where I went to, I think it was Manila on a work trip, and the breakfast was just fucking amazing. I looked forward to it every single morning. That's how I feel that this breakfast is.
That's how I feel about this breakfast.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I'm cool with being Tory all day too, but whatever you need, man. You've done a lot for us, and I appreciate it. Whatever you need. And then I look over to Anos and say, you know, we still have to have a conversation, man. Maybe on the road when we're helping Cricket.
As soon as we're somewhere where no one will be listening.
And all that does is get Fulton to be like, all right, bitches, I'll figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and I heard that.
Who's to say he's even paying you guys any attention right now? You know?
He's like, I don't really care anymore.
He's like, you know what?
Fulton orbs planted in the walls everywhere.
and not just that, but like you flash over and Fulton's having breakfast with his people, right? And he's like, okay, but seriously, they might try to kill me tomorrow, but they're not going to try to kill me today. Like the mirrored conversation of what Atlas is saying. It's like, we at least have one day of peace right now, okay? We might fuck it up, but
I picture more, he's just like, he watched us last night, and he was like, this band of drunken idiots is not a threat. He's like, I'm not even going to watch them.
that's the master play. You can't see it coming.
We were the whole time.
I love being underestimated. Man. Atlas, you guys can see, this is probably the happiest Atlas has been in a long time.
It's almost unsettling.
Yeah, it's bothersome because so much pressure was leading this. 4 years of outside game, 2 years of inside game. He's letting loose. He's happy with helping whoever this.
I don't know. You say unsettling. Constance's like, man, maybe he's finally starting to come around.
Yeah, Constance, you're like, oh yeah, this is great. This is great.
I know. I think everybody's excited. He's loosening up a little bit.
There we go.
Right.
Until we have to go kill somebody at House Saracen, you're like, great, we have this fucking asshole again. He's telling me what to do, where to enter, where my exfil time is, how long I have in the building. Like,
and it is, by the way, you guys did wake up a little bit later since you went to bed a little bit late. It's about 9:30 to 10, maybe even a little later than that. But it's not 11 yet. It's like 10:30 at the latest. But you guys talk in the morning. You plan, or at least Cricket plans, to go out and investigate the festival a little bit and see what he might gain.
Hell yeah. I want to see what the festival's all about.
As he mentally also prepares for tonight.
Yeah.
So unless anyone... Oh, what's that, Constance?
Well, two things. One, I wouldn't mind checking up. Did we drop the girl off at the...
Yeah, Baron King, yeah.
the Baron King.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So that's right. That was the decision. Never mind.
Yeah. She's got her
I was
bodyguard,
gonna say if
though.
she was at the... Okay, I was gonna say if she was at the clergy, I would check in on her. But while they're running around doing some stuff, I'm just gonna swing off into the clergy. Nothing specific, just to check in, see how things are going, see if there's anything new. And then I don't know how much money I have. I don't have a lot of gold, I don't think, but I was trying to check my inventory earlier to see if we have enough healing potions.
You did gain some. You bought some the other day.
Yeah, that's why I was just double checking to make sure if I put them in.
Yeah, you did, or at least I did. I think you got like one or two. I can't remember.
Oh, there they are. I've got one potion of healing.
Yep. So
Yeah, because they're worth 50, so that's right. Okay.
And you bought diamond. Oh, there was something about your inventory about diamond dust, I believe. I set a gold value to it.
And you did for the diamonds too, which is good.
Yep. Cool. So just because they are distinctly different. Like diamond dust is used as a component for some spells, whereas actual full diamonds are used for other spells that are consumed.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, I see that there. Okay, everything looks good then.
Cool. And so, unless anyone else has anything else to add during breakfast, you guys finish up, bellies full, headaches subsiding as you march out into the... It's not blisteringly cold, but it's not really all that comfortable either. But most of you were prepared for that, are slightly bundled up in a couple of layers. Let me get to here.
And so I'm sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, Cricket, Atlas is just taking your lead on how you want to run the op. You mentioned him being Tory versus...
Yeah, just be Tory with me at the festival, man. Let's just go make a scene, be loud and boisterous, and do shit, gain some notoriety, and that'll make it look like you're doing your job.
Okay, understood. And then that op starts in a couple hours, so I'm Atlas for a while till tonight, right?
Yeah.
Understood. Thanks.
Cool.
All right. So you guys head out into the town, and streets are busy. You notice that a lot of people have been wearing these cloaks and with hoods that are varying stages of pure white. It seems that some of them who can't afford a really pristine white with gold trim are opting for a slightly gray. You hear apparently babies in the background too crying. Just town is busy with life. Also, as you progress towards some of the festivities, you hear tragic news. Young maiden of House Riss and one of Devron's most eligible bachelors have been brutally murdered by some foul beast. Hunts have been organized and groups have been sent to investigate further. A service will be held on the first day of the new year. Other news: the king will be giving a speech for all the people on the third night of Van Lumen before the meteor shower reaches its apex. Apply now for a pass to get into the Imperial District. Fret not. Those who cannot make it, Orbs will be relaying His Majesty's speech along the Golden Line. The Red Menace has fallen. A group of adventurers from the Sojourns Guild have beaten out the New Dragons Guild in a quest to claim the reward for the red dragon that destroyed hundreds of thousands of damage in gold in the country of Eridine. They also say it was the work of the devils. And he just goes and repeats.
So
Jonathan forgets. Where did we put Keelian's body?
Like in the sewers. Like you guys dumped him.
Oh, that's right.
Chopped him up into bits.
Are you talking about your brother?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. While you guys were out, I cut him up into pieces, took him to the sewer, and then burned his corpse to ashes and kicked the ashes into the gray water.
Don't worry.
Y'all
they'll
don't
never
actually
find
know
the
where
body.
his body went. No one's actually asked about it yet.
you could be drinking his body right now in many ways.
I could.
So can I summarize? Can I summarize that real quick? It sounds like there's breaking news. Aenos' brother is dead, and the bride is dead too. We know that's not true, but the world thinks that is true, right? They're missing at least, and that's why people are hunting. Or did they say they're dead?
They have been brutally murdered by some foul beast.
Brutally
Hunts
murdered.
have been organized, and groups have been sent to investigate further. A service will
In
be
other
held.
words, it sounds like someone has got their own narrative.
Okay, and then the king will be giving a speech. Apply now for a pass. I definitely want to do that, and because I can also counterfeit things, so we need at least one. Like, let's at least try to get one, and then Vormesh, right? That's what I think on the third one. Red Menace.
No,
Dragon's
could be.
Guild.
Who knows?
Okay. Cool.
Yep. So Town Crier. Oh,
Doesn't that mean that these people might have your thing?
What?
Your stone altering world thing?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, Vormesh has that, so we can go track him down eventually. He sounds like he's in Eridinia, pretty far away. Or Eridine or Eridinia?
Eridinia. No,
Eridine.
Eridine. You're in Eridinia. Because the two countries long ago used to be one, blah, 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 all this, yeah. But you guys hear the Town Crier news. They just repeat it again and again. As you're going through the crowd, you hear some people talk about, poor House Macedon losing 2 sons in 2 years. First that young Alexander bloke, and that pompous Keelian fellow as well. And another person you hear passing by, though I do feel more for House Riss. The young lady was often seen helping us common folk, and though she never really ventured to the dregs, but who can blame her for that? She is a sweet, noble lady after all. And just those type of things. rumors are afloat as you continue on toward the festival. You approach one game. You see about in this open square market, you see games like the ring toss and a archery competition that is about to take place, as well as a feat of strength, basically hitting a platform that launches a rock up, and it needs to hit a bell at the top.
Well, I want to take part in whatever I can.
Yeah, it's open. Whatever, anything you want. There's feats of perception as well, as a guy is shifting these cups around. You got to find the ball in the cups. All types of things. And the little smaller games as well, like pin the tail on the donkey for the children and whatnot as well. So which one would you like to approach first? I would say you're probably closest to the ring toss at the current moment.
Ring toss it.
Okay, you go up there and there's one guy. Step right up here. Come toss these rings. I bet you, as he points to you, Cricket. You look like a big burly man, you. Come here, toss these rings.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
You got a lot.
It looks empty, like people are seem to be leaving frustrated as well, like fucking thing, piece of shit. And yeah, step right up, you strong man, you. I bet you can't hit this one, and that has certain individual poles at varying tiers and distances. I bet you can't hit the one at the top there.
Okay, I'll try. Does it cost money? What am I doing?
Yes, it does. 1 silver piece per ring.
How many rings does this guy have?
He has a bunch.
I'll give him a gold piece, and I'll get a bunch, and I'll just start going hard as
So you get 10 rings. Okay. So go ahead and make your first athletics check to toss the ring, or you can use your dex plus proficiency if you want.
He's like he's figuring out the game. All right.
29.
Are you
Okay,
using
just pack this
athletics?
game up. You win.
Are you using athletics?
Yes.
All right, so you take the first ring, and it feels heavier than it should. Just noticing it, but you're like, fuck it. You just hardcore just slam the ring against the backboard right above one of the rings on the top row, and it lands on it, and he's like, well, this was a good lucky first try. Try again. I bet you can't do it twice in a row.
He has to go put more oil on the bottles. Hold on.
That one would be a 22.
This one, actually, you know that you had the correct aim, but it just doesn't seem to get where it should for some reason, and it hits on the third row instead. And he's, it's still good, my friend. Good. It's still good, but not good enough, eh?
Oh, I'll get it, my friend.
I bet you will. All right, so just go ahead and make a couple more.
That one's a 26.
Yeah, you barely get it up there. He's like, well, that is a lot. You still have 7 rings to go. Okay.
You're gonna put me out of business.
And he's scratching. He's like, limit 3 rings per customer. As he's just starting to write, but doesn't hold it up yet.
I got a 25 on that one.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need. You get it now. These are weighted rings that are purposely meant to barely even reach the second row, but you're just so strong and athletic, it doesn't even matter.
You're so strong.
So strong.
Strong like bull.
Strong.
Yes.
Well, I'll throw the rest of them.
Yeah, you get them up. You only miss a couple. But so you end up with, let's see here. Yeah, you end up with 90 points out of a total of 100. He's like, well, that was good, but not good enough, eh? And he's coughing nervously. But you do win my silver prize. And he will give you... Let's see here. A D20. A 10. That's a stupid prize.
Seems very nervous over there.
Let me find it. Let's see. It is in this book that I hardly ever look at. Give me 1 second here.
The DM's Guide to Carnival Prizes. It's my rarely used.
I really
It's a very specific book that I got.
Just for this occasion.
Weird choice for them, but I mean, hey.
Wizards
I just figured the
really
guy would be
likes
like,
to
and your
cover their
prize...
bases.
He's like, and your prize is your gold back and never come back.
I'll see you never. Thanks.
You win as he goes, my silver prize. As he hands you a bag of gold worth 200 gold pieces.
Whoa.
What?
Get it, son.
And he's very nervous, but he seems very glad that you didn't get 100 points exact. And he seems to be changing the rules to his game now. He kind of X's out the 10 rings and puts up 3. Max 3 rings per contestant. But you also get a pole of angling as he holds out a 10-foot pole that is not obscure at all. And he goes, here you go. Speak a magic command word. Give it one right now. And when you speak that
Rigged.
command word, it will transform into a fishing pole with a hook, line, and reel.
That's sweet walking stick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's always a fishing pole if you ever need to go fishing.
You never know.
Yeah, and you could probably, you're just looking at this, you could probably sell this for at least 100 gold.
I don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
I just want it.
So let me get this straight. You gave him a gold piece. You won his game. You get a fishing rod, and you get a coin purse of 200 gold.
It was also extremely hard to get that high.
I get the feeling that this game is not won.
Yeah.
He's like, take the gold and go away.
Yeah, he's like, go fuck yourself. I just lost how much I normally make almost in a carnival. Okay. All right, so, anyone else want to take part in any of the other events that are being held up? One guy's like, you there, over there, anyone would like to do this archery contest here? You there, as he points to, well, Atlas is gone, but he points to Atlas, and he points to you, Constance, you there. Priest man, I bet you would be great at shooting a bow. No, you there? Yeah.
Sure, why not? I'll shoot a bow.
And he's like, you there, the scary man. He points to you, Atlas. Would you like to take part in this? You look like you can shoot a bow, no? And he points to another couple common folks. Anyone that's passing by, he's like, you there, come and do this. It's a 5-piece gold entry fee.
Is this the same guy that was running the ring
different guy. Not
You're
as strong
Tori.
of an
Do
accent.
it.
Yeah, you're
Cheery on, Tori.
He's got
Come
a
on.
mustache.
On, Tori.
Am I being Tory or holy fucking shit? That was a 20.
You
so
are
I
being
definitely
Tory. Yeah.
I have to do this. Okay, then I'm dressed up as Tory. That was a 20 crit plus 5 perception, 25. I'm just trying to understand if this game is rigged, right? Because I learned from Cricket's thing, like, what's the catch
you go
here?
up there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Because you can't really tell much at the current.
Well, I mean,
just
so
looking
I
at
could
it.
watch a couple people shooting, or is there nobody?
Nobody
He's trying to get.
This is his first round of the day. He's just opened up.
Well, then I'm gonna go up, pull the bowstring, check the arrows, the shaft, and start kind of
As you pick
figuring
up
it
the
out.
arrow,
Yeah.
this is a weighted arrow.
Oh, you messing with me, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? What is up with this arrow?
Friend, I do not know what you're talking about.
You.
Fuck your game, but I will try anyways. 5 gold.
Fuck my game. Fuck you.
Oh, good. He turned Jersey all of a sudden.
You.
Hey,
He's like,
fuck
you
you,
want-
buddy.
Forget about it.
You.
I'm
Where's
actually.
it weighted? Is it weighted at the tail? Is it at the tip?
Tip.
At the. Okay.
I am actually going to shoot as well.
Fuck you, but I will do this anyways.
Yeah, is there anyone else there? You there? Over
Just
there.
won that 200 gold, so I'll buy everyone's entry.
All right, so
Ooh.
Constance and Atlas, anyone else?
You're a saint, my friend.
I'm just watching.
All right.
Yeah, I'm having a blast watching the group.
So just a dex, or is this going to
It's
be...
going to be a ranged weapon attack, so basically your dex plus
Okay.
proficiency.
Cool.
Damn. Okay, not too bad. There we go.
And he's just like, you must hit the bullseye. And it's basically 75 feet away from you guys. He details that you get 3 arrows. Basically, the bullseye's worth 25 points, so a max of 75. Inner ring's worth 10. Center ring is worth 5. The outer ring's worth 1 point. And a miss is worth 0 points.
23.
23, right, your first arrow you string up. There's a commoner right beside you too. He aim. Oh shit, actually the DC's higher. 23 unfortunately is not a direct hit. You think it would have been, but you pull back, release, and it just goes right under the bullseye, hitting you at the inner ring. 10 points. Constance, you look over, you draw your bow, you release.
I failed too with a 21.
21. Again, actually, surprisingly, Atlas, you look over and Constance's arrow hit on his own target, hits right underneath generally the same area, too. You think you have to aim a little higher on the next one. But the commoner next to you
Fucking
is
Robin Hood.
just barely hits it and only gets 1 point.
Oof.
He hits
All
the
right.
very outer ring. That's a good try, friends, but you must try again.
You get 3, right?
What's that?
Yeah, we get 3.
Okay.
yeah, 3, so 2
three
more.
arrows. I'll
So 2
go
more.
after Atlas every time.
A bit difficult with a paperweight attached to the arrow, right?
My friend, I do not know what you speak of. There's nothing here but good arrows. And he, 1 second.
It's robbery.
Oh yeah, you don't even know that he rolled a natural 20 on something, and you pick up the next arrow, and instantly it feels like a normal arrow.
Well, 18 to hit then, maybe. Let's see.
Unfortunately, an 18. It lands right next to your other arrow.
Tori will not be fooled.
All right. And Constance?
26.
Yeah. Even your arrow still feels weighted. But it doesn't matter. You release perfect bullseye. That's
Oh, damn.
35 points for you. Yeah. It is
Good
close.
to see all that training. Good to see the training hasn't been lost over the years.
Your arrow. Be Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Split in twain!
All right, and the commoner next to you rolls. Ooh. They actually did okay. They hit the inner ring this time, so they have 11 points. But basically, you're in first place, Constance, with 35 points. Ooh. Atlas has 20 points.
Rolling
and
the dice.
the other
Could
guy
change
has
in a
11.
minute.
Last one, friends. Loose.
Negative.
What'd you?
I got a 13, but yeah.
13. Yeah,
It
it's
would
still okay. Atlas.
I got a 24.
24. This one is still not a weighted arrow. He seemed, as soon as you caught on, he like must have switched him as he. He's like, yeah, accuse me.
So 24 is a bullseye
So
now?
24 is
He's
a
like-
bullseye.
He's like, this fucking guy away.
So you finish with 45 points. And Constance, you finish with 36 points as your last arrow hits the outer ring. That is too bad, my friend. But he converts your points to gold pieces.
Oh, jeez.
For the first place guy.
Okay.
Atlas. So you get 45 gold pieces, Atlas. And for you, Constance, let's see. Yeah, second place. It's not too bad. And he just gives you your entry fee back, essentially. 5 gold pieces. And a guy, the commoner, who looked like he saved up like 3 weeks of pay to do this.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my friend, but you lose.
So he paid 5 gold to get in, the commoner?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give 2 gold back to the game and be like, no, that was very much fun. I enjoyed myself, thank you. And then I'll turn and shake the commoner's hand with the 3 gold and be like, may Pelor bless you this day, sir. Enjoy. And I'll walk off.
Bless you, sir. Oh.
I like wink at him and say,
And he goes to the ring toss game.
that's fine. It's his money to do with as he wishes.
He instantly loses it all. We see him later that day, like being hauled off to like the debtor's prison.
Oh.
To the mines with you.
So you guys go adventure more, talk, go to the various other small games. And let's see. Atlas, you hear some commotion on the corner, and you look over, and there's some guy there. He's like, "It wasn't me. Some church group and another in the bar showed up and attacked, and we were told to leave by Timothy. Talk to Timothy. Talk to Timothy." And Atlas, you're muted, by the way. You
What?
yeah, you were like, what the fuck? And make a history check.
Oh boy, I hope it's little Timmy.
Yep.
8.
Yeah, you can't recall his face. Like, huh, that's weird. But everyone else kind of knows this too, though. So
Yeah, I mean, not as Toria, like I can do anything anyways. I'm in the character, so it's up to other people to do stuff.
But yeah, he's being dragged by some other guards. It seems something is amiss. But Cricket and Alexander, if you want, you approach another feat of strength that was at the end of the road here, the little alcove. Yeah,
Whatever it is, I'm down.
yeah. This one is free. And you're in line. Like 15 other people go before you. No one's been able to fucking ring the bell. And make a perception check about the Anos and Cricket if you're there.
It's like Anos is actually kind of intrigued a little bit, but still kind of pulling back.
Yeah.
Oh, perception?
Yeah. Or nature.
10. Or nature?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10. Perception.
Well, then 21 if I can use nature.
Yeah, Cricket, you notice instantly that rock is incapable of ever hitting the top bell unless it's just a abnormally inhuman feat of athletics and strength. And
I still want to try it. It's a bigger challenge.
and this man is like, well, you're all worthless. No one can hit this bell.
I really want somebody to win. So whoever decides to step up to the plate will get guidance.
I will take your guidance.
Yes, you will, sir. Take that D4.
Yeah, and it
shove it
seems
up
like
this guy's booty.
this game is one of the first ones people try because it is free to get them into the gaming spirit of the festival to spend money at the other stalls, essentially. So you go up there. Who wants to go first, Cricket or Alexander or Aenos?
I'll see if Cricket can do it. If he can't, I would consider doing it.
Oh, don't worry. I got one for you too, big boy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So-
Make an athletics check.
I'll step up. I'll spit in my hands. I'll grab the ball.
And you have guidance.
And I have guidance, which I got a 4 on. And
Nice.
my athletics would be a 27. So I got a 31. I
30.
like pull it back,
30
up my
was
back.
the DC.
Ooh,
Nice.
So you go, you spit on your hands, you're warming them up. Constance pats your back. You're like, all right, I'm ready to do this. You swing.
I'm like, he lights up a cigarette. You got this, boyo.
Yeah, Jacques, you're
proud.
watching. You're
You're
watching.
my corner man. You're my boxing corner man. I love it.
Right?
Go get him, Rock.
Go get him, Rocky. You bum.
And oh god,
Oh, it'll be a montage. It's okay.
this is creepy as fuck. But not this part, but something else. So you hit the bell, and there's like 40 people watching, just people lining up. You know, everyone's pissed off. This fucking thing's rigged, I swear. And you go up there, you hit it, swing it, and the rock goes boom. It's like a catapult. Instead of it launching vertically, you're hitting a platform with the rock right there that launches the rock to hit the bell. And so you go
Nice.
over there with the maul, swing, ding, and the guy's just like shocked Pikachu face, you know, and he's like, well, would you look at that? We have a winner. And he's like rubbing his head nervously.
I'm like saying to the crowd, like, ah!
And everyone just like
I am all that is man.
just clapping, just having a good time. More people start lining up. And he goes, well, you are the first person in 1,000 people to do that. Well, let me see here. Your reward. Yes. 1 second. And he leaves, goes into one of the nearby tents. And you see another guy come out, very well groomed, long,
Oh, good.
pointed beard. My friend, you have won the feat of strength. It's very impressive. No one really wears this. Wins this. What would you like? We have a monetary prize for you if you wish. Or you could choose the mystery box. Which one would
Mystery
you
box.
like?
Well,
There
Cricket.
could be a boat in it, though.
So he's choosing the mystery box.
You could win a boat, or you could, whatever you will win could be behind this mystery door, which could be a boat.
It just reminds me of that Family Guy episode. He's like, mystery
Yeah.
box or a boat? I'll take the mystery box.
All right.
There's gonna be a boat in it.
All right. Let me roll here. Oh,
Gotta roll up the chart.
oh, you got fucking kidding me.
Here you go, sir. You
God.
get 200 gold and another fishing rod. Enjoy.
You get 2 rods. What?
So you reach into this big box. You're like, all right. You're shuffling around and you grab something. Seems fairly sturdy. You pick it up, and it is a very nice. What kind of armor do you wear?
I think I wear leather. Yep, studded leather.
It is And he, as soon as you bring it out, he's like, it is very clean, pristine armor. Even your dirty hands that have gotten a little bit dirty from the games, as you pick it up, the dirt seems to go away as soon as you touch the armor. And it seems nice. Seems light. And you get studded leather armor +1, but is armor of gleaming. This armor can never get dirty.
Oh, that'll help with the blood.
Yeah. So you've studded. It's armor. It's a modified armor. So just put studded leather armor +1 as in your equipment. But
That's already there.
but add armor of gleaming.
How do I add to it? Customize?
You can actually just add a new set of armor. Just studded leather +1 should be searchable.
Oh, okay.
And add equipment. Yeah. It should be. If not, I can add it. No big deal.
We'll figure that in a minute.
Yeah.
Sweet. Now I look fancy.
Yeah, Alexander. You were next up in line. As you saw all this, you saw a big ruckus, and the guy's like, well, we will open it back up, shall we?
I was kind of just more watching him, just like,
okay, you're like
him doing it. It's like, that's fine.
Yeah, even you saw this. You're like, that man is strong and athletic. Maybe not quite as strong as you. Maybe equal. I mean, you don't know. But that was certainly an inspired feat of strength.
Yeah, I couldn't have hit 30 unless I had the inspiration. Yeah. Like,
I only got 30 because of the inspiration.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Like, I couldn't have done it.
So that was a very inspired feat of strength, even for you, and quite impressed. But the day goes on. If there's anything else, various activities and other small games, everyone can gain. Well, actually, roll if they want to take part in any games. Let me know. And if so, roll a d20. Just flat d20.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm just taking part.
Okay.
Just a flat d20, you said?
Yep, flat d20.
I got a 5. I lost.
Yep.
6.
Been a good day. Nat 20!
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Tyler, man. Just winning these carnival games left and right.
On top of it.
Did you get a teddy bear bigger than you?
Yeah, I got a 4.
4. Yeah, unfortunately. Those of you who got under 10 lose 5 gold pieces.
Oh, God.
Awesome.
Cool.
It's the gamble, I guess.
Hear me out. What if we don't have 5 gold pieces?
Well,
We
Cricket
lose
also
everything
said
we have.
Cricket also said he would pay entry fees, so I guess Cricket would take that loss, I suppose.
That's up to Cricket.
Yeah, it is up to Cricket.
Like it. I'll do it. It's fine. I already won more.
I've got a whopping 2 gold, 8 silver to my name.
You
This is
also
like when you go to a casino with a crew of friends and there's one guy who's just fucking popping hot and then buys everybody food and whatever.
There you go.
So, Cricket, you get an orb of direction. While holding this orb, you can use an action to determine which way is north.
Nice.
It only works on the material plane. I'm not sure if that's in D&D Beyond or not. I can check.
Just say compass.
Yeah.
I got a magical compass. It'd be even better if it talked to you.
You are facing north. You are not facing north.
You are north. Go. Okay.
Let me
Russia
check
north
here.
drives you.
Cricket, looking at your character sheet right now. Equipment. Oh, there it is. I'll add an orb of direction. There you go.
You are
And
0.5 degrees off of north.
you also gain 20 gold pieces. Cricket, did anyone else roll above a 10? On their
I
D20.
didn't roll.
You didn't roll? Okay. So
It's not.
the day goes by.
Not
Yeah, you guys have partaken in these events. It's becoming late afternoon by now. What are you guys doing?
I think at this point, we should probably head to the crypt and see if we can set up before them. And if they're there, we just get into it. There's no point in trying to stealth there. Like, all of us are not good at it, so.
Okay, so you guys want to go to the cemetery?
Yes.
Okay.
One, I imagine this is going in a direction that eventually there will be few people before we get there.
Yeah, probably.
At that point, I would like to speak to Atlas.
Okay.
Okay. What do you want to say?
You have the books you wanted.
What's that?
You got the stuff.
You have the book you wanted.
Hey,
Do I-
you got the books? You got those
You
books?
got the stuff. You got the stuff.
I won't play around with you. I think so, but I can't guarantee it, right? And then, unfortunately, the moment we show him whether it was or wasn't what he needed, he now knows it. But yes, I think, question mark. I mean, same library. I think we got enough details from him. Yes, 99% sure.
You wish to give them to him?
I wish to make you happy. So what do you want?
So sweet.
You can't do that if you won't get in the hot tub with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you abandoned me. I'm a little sad still, but go ahead.
I want my life back.
I mean, friend, like, acknowledge that you have your life already. You've probably made more of a life in the last 2 years than you lived in the first 20 of your life before you aged, right? I mean, life is more than just the way we look on the outside. With that said, I get it. Man. You found your girl. I'm really happy for you. I want to help. I do think we should talk with the group about it. I'll say the silver lining here is whether we give them the books or not, I think he eventually gets the knowledge he's after. So it's a matter of whether we just help him short circuit the gap now or wait what's another 10 years to him, right? Nothing. It's just a blink of the eyes. So I think we should probably do it, but with some terms, right? I think. Would you feel okay with the rest of the group knowing?
Sure.
And then, how do you envision it going down?
I don't know what the spell is. I don't know what it will do to me exactly.
But I mean, like, in terms of why would he not kill us after I gave him the books? Like, are the books so immensely more valuable than we are as pawns, or?
I think he's. Oh, sorry, I'm not there. I'll be back.
So we'll bring it over. So we're all walking. What is this moment?
You're walking towards the cemetery.
Okay. Anos, go ahead. You go for it.
We believe we have the resources that Fulton was looking for that would allow him to restore my age.
But at the moment, that is our only leverage over him.
Well, if you have leverage, shouldn't you use it?
I think there's two parts to it. The first one is he seemed pretty confident in himself that he will eventually learn all these necromantic arts, and he has many human lifetimes to do so. We just would be speeding that up to Aenos's benefit. And then I think the question is, do you need leverage? Like, I feel like it's some leverage, but he seemed pretty clear that he'll figure it out. He really wasn't like tormented by the loss of these books. So I think it's a nice value add, but I don't think it's life-changing leverage, except for Aenos. Do you guys, effectively we'd be boiling it down to giving many books of necromantic arts to Fulton in the hope that he restores Aenos. How does the team feel about that?
Maybe we see how this I scratch your back, you scratch mine relationship works for now. And if we're pleased with it, we make that decision. But I leave that entirely in Aenos' choice, because this seems to be his direct problem. This is my opinion.
Fair. Jacques, Cassidy, thoughts?
I mean, Aenos has always proven to be a staunch and loyal ally, so I am all for his happiness, but if he turns into a stereotypical Prince Charming once he's restored to his youth, I will punch him in the dick.
Votes to restore Aenos as long as his tortured soul remains inside a youthful body. That's what I think I heard?
Yep.
Tortured soul remains in a youthful body. Okay, cool.
Making a spreadsheet for this.
Cassidy, man.
I think the young soul has traveled this earth long enough in the visage he's in. I'd love to see his youth restored to him. I believe it's the proper reward, especially befitting of a, hopefully one day, lineage. I am not sure what you mean about these necromantic books, but if it's what's going to help you out, then I imagine there's no harm in trying. I'm not sure how I feel about Fulton, but I agree with you. I think he still needs us even with the books. Still think he needs someone to get their hands dirty for them. So his come out squeaky clean on the other end.
Yeah, I that's the thing. Like, I actually don't worry about leverage. I don't think he'll kill us if we give him the books. I just want to be really clear with the group with that. These are like deep necromantic books. Like, I'll show them to you if you want. This shit.
No, I don't want to see him burn them.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, like, this shit will bring people back to life. This is,
I've heard of things like this.
Okay, and he's a powerful.
Wait a second. So, if necromantic books bring people back to life, does that make the Reverend a necromancer?
A necromancer? No, sir. I haven't brought anybody back from the dead. Good Pelor has. His magic has been worked through.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
don't get it twisted, all right?
Pelor, god of necromancers. You see Jacques writing in his book in the corner.
I mean, okay, I got one last part, and then I'm good. Like, Aenos, I want to restore you, right? But I just want to make sure the group knows all the parts on the table. The reason I picked the books up was because Xarloth was incredibly interested in the material, plus having Fulton as a slave. So if we put today, the books and Fulton are separate entities, okay? If you put them together, then now Xarloth only needs to get one of them, which is just capturing Fulton. And it sounds like Fulton's defended himself quite well. He's already been attempted to be kidnapped and all this stuff. But you can't take the book back out of Fulton's head once he helps Aenos.
Well, then, maybe the best thing to do is to wait until after this Ann Lumen conspiracy.
Aenos, can you wait a few more days? Well, what if something happens to Fulton? That's the... Anyways, can you wait a few more days, Aenos?
I suppose. And we have no way of knowing how quickly these books would escalate the process.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he said something about, like, he would need to read them, and by the next day he might be able to do it. So I would imagine the shortest duration is at least a day turnaround.
Where'd you get these books?
A library in Rorenfell, to the east, far east.
Far east, raised land. The ancient library of Tiatun.
Of a library. Huh.
We got attacked by some unseen. That was where.
No, you got attacked by Githyanki and Mind Flayers.
Githyanki and Mind Flayers.
Or Githzerai. Fuck, I can't remember which one.
I was going to say, the Mind Flayers were. Yeah, that's right. And then, is that how we started to meet Xarloth then? Or we went there after we met Xarloth?
No. You. That's how you met him.
Okay.
Because he's basically bested his scouting troops, and he sent a mind flayer called Yalta to you, and basically said his supremeness would like to talk to you, seeing you as a possible capable group that could be molded. And that's
So yeah, that's the backstory. So we could wait if you did. Why do you want to wait till after Ann Lumen? Because you're just worried that's when Exarloth will show up, and then he could get Fulton, or like that was aimed at Cricket.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I just figured that Fulton might be a piece on the board for what's going on in this city. He might be targeted. I have no idea.
This is how I see it.
Yep.
On the one end, these books give Anos his potential youth back, his potential look back, which is good. On the other side, I kind of feel the same way. Like, if Fulton collects this data, who's to say that isn't the missing puzzle piece that Exarloth needs? I mean, like, he gets taken, that type thing. And I mean, we could be thinking too deeply about it.
If we give him these books, we could potentially have a very powerful wizard more on our side than we did before.
He's already powerful as is.
Yeah.
So more power doesn't scare me per se. It's just,
I think the other part here, right, to keep in mind is he seemed pretty damn confident that he will patch these gaps eventually, and I don't know what eventually is defined at, but it's not like we can stop this from ever happening. I think
that's what I'm saying. I mean, like you said, either we prolong the inevitable for another few years, or we give him what he needs now and see what happens. I just think at the end of it all, Anos gets what he wants, and I just want to make sure that reward is given to him. But I think it could kickstart something a little sooner, which is fine. But I mean, I honestly think he's not going to use it against us, because he needs us to do whatever this thing is that he needs us to do. So
yeah, I'm not worried.
I would personally say that I would like to withhold the books until Fulton agrees to meet with us in person.
Well, that's a good point.
Oh, like,
well, he may do that
Fulton.
anyway if he knows we have the books.
Wait, can you elaborate on that? What do you mean? Because Alice doesn't know.
Yeah. I don't believe that the entity that we've been communicating with is the actual Fulton. I believe that it is either some sort of projection, or maybe somehow he has found a way to mimic himself physically, whether that's through replicating his body or sculpting the body of another to resemble himself. But I believe we have not yet actually met Fulton in the flesh, and I don't necessarily want to give these books to whatever medium he is choosing to communicate with us.
Okay.
Whether or not that is even really him that is controlling it. I mean, for all I know, that could be an Exarloth spy that we've been talking to.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah.
I do personally believe that it is a construct of Fulton, but I do think that it shows poorly of him that he has yet to actually meet us in these, not really negotiations, but these meetings. He thinks he has duped us.
Was that the real Gadriel? Because she seemed pretty real when she touched me.
Personal opinion, physically, I believe it is. But I do believe that she has been manipulated mentally to believe that she has feelings for Fulton.
Oh.
But again, that is just my speculation. But I believe that is Gladriel's body, but the brain has been warped into something entirely different.
And with that, Atlas starts to get a little angry.
Would there be a reason for him to have a bodyguard if it wasn't the real one? Or perhaps it's
because she it like you said, it adds to the illusion, and she continues to be a distraction for Atlas, if I'm being honest. And it keeps him focused more on her and less on the facts, or he would be less likely to realize he's not dealing with Fulton when he is so distracted by her. And I don't think it's unintentional that he has made her believe that she is in love with him, because that further adds to the distraction.
He did whisper something to her, and she nodded before he left. Like, I'm going to leave you here. Atlas is going to talk to you or something. So, interesting. So I think we still don't trust him as far as we can throw him, and that's fair. But is he any more dangerous to us with necromantic volumes in his head, or just a new flavor of dangerous?
He's dangerous anyway, but
yeah.
But
yeah, mine comes less from the point of, is he more or less dangerous? It's less to do with that and more to do with the fact that he is expecting a lot from us, but he hasn't even taken the first step towards real meaningful trust with us if he's not even seeing us as equal, and he won't even meet with us in person.
Yeah. Well, I think he thinks that Atlas is just going to outright murder him, so...
I mean, he wasn't wrong. I mean,
he's not wrong, but still, I can't blame the guy for not wanting to show up in person, so...
Let's do one more meet. That was the first meet, and then Jacques, you tell us if he's here physically or if he does the projection bullshit again, and we'll just call him out, okay? And then, depending on how that goes, maybe we bring up the tombs today. Will we talk to him today? Probably not really, right?
We're just going to.
We'll have to go find him, and
we have a task to get to today. But Atlas and Anos, for what it's worth, the decision. I think all of us are going to end up back in your play no matter what. But the thing is, the decision comes down to both of you. Do you want to give these books away? A, and B, are you willing to get your youth back in exchange for, like Jacques saying, we don't know that we're trusting the right person. So I agree with Jacques. I think maybe we should call him out and get him in person first. We know we're actually talking with the real Fulton, but we do have Cricket's thing that we've got to get to. So.
And I love that you give me so much credit, but I have no way to determine if it is really him or not. The only reason why I believe it is not is due to his own hubris, when he just couldn't help but mention that he was deceiving us. So it's not like I was able to deduce that through magical means. For all I know, he's replicated a body, and from an arcane standpoint, which is how I would try to track him, I might not even be able to tell if it is a physical body with an implanted subconscious.
Yeah. Do your best. I trust you, because Atlas understood half of those words.
Which does honestly sound like a mind flayer thing, so...
Yeah, that's fucky right there. That is definitely... That's why I was like, is it the real Gadriel? Because... Anyways. Okay, Aenos, I think the question's directed at you. This is all the data. What's the decision you want to make? Not the time, because we can't say when we're going to do it, but what's your decision?
I want to make certain that he will not try and use us like Ixarloth did. Upon our certainty of that, I would give him the books.
I mean, I think we can all tell you right now that he would definitely use us as pawns. So if that's your criteria, I think that we're not doing it. Right? I mean,
if there is some kind of mutual benefit, that if we were to decide, we could just walk away. I will never be anyone's slave ever again. An agreement, service. This is acceptable.
Okay.
But if we have no cards and he has them all, that is unacceptable.
I personally think the best we're hoping for is the same kind of business arrangement, not as partners, but the business arrangement that exists between the lord of a land and the peasants that he throws on the front line for his militia. Like, we're not equals in any regard to him.
If we organize for knighthood, whatever you call it, we can fight. I mean, we can barter, however you want to say it. If we control ourselves and we work together, if we work with him, that is acceptable. Even if it is to his greater, in whatever definition it might be, his greater benefit than ours. If we benefit, that is acceptable.
What damage could a guy who potentially animates corpses to replicate himself, what greater damage could he do with necromantic tomes containing?
We don't know
God
that
know what.
yet. We don't know that yet, but we know something.
He's just curious. Like, you don't know that he's going to take over the world. You have a necromancer bias.
I travel with the Reverend, thank you very much, and I have never treated him any differently than anybody else.
Like,
What is that?
it's fucking cycling. He's helping the world.
Our necromancer brings us back to life. I love what necromancers do.
As far as I can tell, Fulton is invested in the order of the world as it is. He would want to climb to the top with the structures that exist here. I don't see him trying to overthrow every power of this plane. That when he can just do it through his own skill without destroying everything.
I would venture to say that he would gladly like to control everything from behind the veil. He's smart. He's highly intelligent, I'll give him that. And he certainly likes his own hubris. He likes the sound of his own voice. I'd almost think he would do those things, but as a king, no. I think he likes being the creature from behind the scenes, pulling the strings.
All right.
And the difference between me and necromancers, there, son, is I bring you back with your real self. Necromancers bring you back as a nothing. They control you.
Tomato, tomato.
All right. So you guys, unless there's anything else to add, continue towards the cemetery. Is that correct, Cricket?
Correct.
Okay.
To the crypt with the statue on it.
Yeah.
right?
What are you trying to accomplish right now?
To get into said crypt and see if anyone's there, and if anyone's not there, basically set up an ambush.
Okay. So, you guys continue towards the cemetery. Well, it is starting to get chillier in the day, and the sun is already starting to set. The cemetery is mostly empty, and there is a low lingering fog that is starting to slowly creep in, not formed yet. But it is creeping into this area alone, it seems. You see a couple of figures in white robes of Anlumen at various grave sites, seemingly minding their own business and paying their respects to the dead. You make a perception check, Cricket, as everyone else is following them. Yeah, what's everyone else's position? Tori, Atlas, you're being Tori right now? Are you right beside Cricket?
Yeah, I'm taking Cricket's lead here.
And we should be having like a bullshit conversation. Like, what are we doing here, Tori?
Okay. And what's everyone else doing? We'll get to that conversation and your role in a minute, but what's everyone else doing? Are you lingering behind them, or are you stepping right in tow? Like, Cricket, what do you try to tell the group as you enter the cemetery?
I just say stick in tow. I mean, these people have probably seen me with you guys. And Tori can easily just say, I couldn't get them away from him.
Fair.
I'll stay like a step behind Tori and Cricket.
Okay.
Also,
So, what was your perception
and
check?
I'll actually ask Cricket.
I got a
We can calling you by
What was that?
here.
John? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask Cricket, what name should we be calling you by here?
You can call me Cricket here. That's fine. Just make
Very
sure
well.
you call Atlas Tori.
Mm-hmm.
And Cricket, you do know that they were just gauging, just so your character would know this, that they probably meant for you to bring in Cricket alone. Just so you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah, if you have a plan, that's fine. I'm just letting you know your character would know that he would likely be, even though tricked, he would still probably be tied up or something like that. Is what they might be expecting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go the
sleight of hand tie me up then. Oh, well, no, we're already with 5 people. Fuck it. Let's just storm. Let's group this shit.
Well, so I got this, which was, hey, we got some treasure. You don't even know. We should check it out. The royals. Everyone's distracted by this festival of Van Lumen. They won't be watching from under their nose.
I like it. Money, yes, Tori. The
drinks are on Tori tonight.
Real Tory.
Okay. And the rest of you are just kind of lingering behind, just a couple paces or two?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
All
There's
right.
not much I can do here.
Fair enough. So you do find the crypt, Cricket. It is... The stone door is closed at the current moment, but you do see the owl perched atop it.
All right. Well, Tori, this is the place.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get in. All right, go up and
Excellent.
try and open this, push this door, or however you open it.
Yeah, make an athletics check. It's pretty heavy.
The riches of your wildest dreams.
25.
Yeah. Okay. Slide it. It is dark. There's no light in there, obviously. But as you descend, the musty smell associated with that of the prepared dead and old dusty decay fills your nostrils. Not a completely unpleasant smell, but definitely not a welcome one.
I'd light up a torch.
It is empty as you go down further. And let me just bring you to the map. The initial crypt that you guys step into here is laced with these stone columns. Behind them lay sarcophagi along the edges. And there is a set of stone stairs going further down. What was that, 50 feet or so? 100 feet from the entrance.
I'm going to be exceptionally loud and yell, Tori, this is really the place.
All right, let me get you guys' stuff on here.
This is it.
Our surprise ambush is ready. All they have to do is get here behind us.
Doop. Copy.
That is why they call me Tori, master of stealth.
Let's see.
Oh.
Let me get Atlas in there. Do. Atlas. Where the fuck are you, Atlas? I'll just go to this map and bring you over. Jacques, that's everyone. Yeah. All right. So you're making noise as you go and you continue further.
I would probably be a little bit further behind them than,
Okay.
I wouldn't be like right on their heels.
Okay.
Also, I'd probably be right next to Atlas.
Yeah.
I would assume.
All right, but Jacques, do you go in the crypt as well, or are you staying outside for now?
Yeah, no, I go in. I'm
Okay.
just not clustered right up there with them.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. You should have agency over your characters. Nope, no, you don't. Hold
Yeah, I was
on.
going to say I tried. I couldn't move them.
Boop, boop, boop. Let me, token layer.
Should we keep a formation?
Excuse me.
You're all right. What was that, John?
I'd just say to, I guess to Cricket, should we keep a looser formation?
I think he's talking to his lady at the moment. But yeah, Cricket, in case you missed that, I know you're talking.
Yeah, what's up? Sorry,
Yeah.
Sam walking in.
Yeah, I'd just ask you, should we keep a looser formation?
I think this is fine. These people are generally assassins from what we've seen. So one of us is probably going to get targeted if they're here. Probably me. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so you're being very loud. And as you go down, there's a lot of nooks and crannies in this initial area. But you continue going further down into the next area, and there's just 6 sarcophagi there. And there is a set of steel doors.
I would actually. Is there a set of doors on the by the steps there?
On those stairs, no.
Okay.
But there are, as you go down, there is a set of steel doors that seem to be solid. There's no seam there.
These doors seem solid.
Yeah. There's no middle seam or anything like that. Make a perception check, if you will, Cricket, as you approach.
5.
Yeah. Just seem to be normal doors, really.
Perhaps it's a gate. It raises upwards.
Hey, anybody else have any ideas? I'll give you if anyone has a bright idea, I'll give them bardic inspiration.
I bet Tori is just the best investigator we've got.
I could take a look. I don't have any ideas. This is about as far as I thought. I was like a treasure through this door.
Okay.
Yes.
Well.
So Atlas, but you go up to the door, Atlas. Upon closer look, make an investigation check.
You also get a D10 from me.
Fucking hell, crit 20! And D10. Let me find this over here. D8. This is not fixed anymore, so I can't show 10. And then this
Nice.
one is 10.
I like that box you got.
Yeah, Jessica got me that.
Yeah, sick.
And that one is a 6. So 26.
Yeah.
Investigation, though?
Yeah, investigation.
Plus another 6. So that's going to be 32.
Yeah, it seems to be some kind of arcane sigil here. That seems to be locking the door, or perhaps alarm. You're not quite sure, but something. The door is being blocked with arcane means, it seems, in some way, shape, or form.
And something above my pay grade, so. It's that wizard magic shit. That's about as far as I can go, you know? I mean, I can push the door open and we can see what happens, but, maybe.
Hi, you, the one that slings the fireballs. What can you do about something like this?
Let's see here. Don't really have. I don't know, man. I mean, you kind of make your call, but I don't really have any spells for it, unless you think like an actual Arcana check. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me give me a second here.
I'll give you guidance if you'd like to do an Arcana check.
I'll give you another inspiration.
Que no los dos.
That's good because my Arcana's real low. It's real low, guys. Not that kind of wizard.
Probably better than my +2.
Ooh, double, in fact. So we're dealing with a whopping 4.
Yeah, you're not quite. If arcane locks and things like that, you would need to utter a specific phrase or dispel magic in some way. You don't think... I mean, with an arcane check, that's what you gather. So if you don't have any means of that, then you could try to force your way in, but whatever magic is on the door may trigger it. You're not quite sure what kind of magic is on there.
That's kind of what I figured, that you would need some kind of like an actual spell for it.
Well,
if that's the case,
I could attempt to counterspell it if it goes off.
I have such a spell. If anybody would like me to try it.
fuck yeah! What kind of spell is this?
Dispel magic.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So, Constance, as Jacques is
Of
describing,
course, obviously
this,
that's not. Yeah, that's me, not Constance. So
Yeah,
Constance is like, I don't know, I can try a spell.
well, Constance hears this, like Jacques saying things like dispel magic and whatnot, and he has no means of doing that. But you realize, I think I might.
The only question is, I don't know what the level would be, so
yeah. Let's take a look at
it could be doing this in vain. But I'm going to cast it at 3rd level as it is.
All right, 1 second.
And it is cast. So the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me just double check on these. I have to just make sure. Okay. What spell level is that? Okay. Dispel magic. I'm trying to see. Okay. Okay. Just roll a d20 for, or actually a d6, Constance. Because the spell magic is choose one creature, object, or magical effect.
Right. So I got a 2.
You got a 2. Okay. So you can end. You do end one thing on there, and the door, a seam appears. You have dispelled whatever was either locking the door or making appear solid. You're not sure which one it was, but it is seemingly gone now. Your dispel magic seems to have taken effect.
Well, there you have it, gentlemen. Pelor has guided us once again.
Yep, and you now see 2 still doors.
Guess we'll push them open at this point.
All right, Cricket, you go to push them open, and a green, brackish green arcane energy instantly takes hold and shoots at you.
Oh.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
At both of us, because I'm standing right there.
Just at the person opening the door.
Oh, okay.
I got
Alex.
You got a what?
12.
12. Okay. 1, 6, 6, 15, 6 is
You are aged
15,
40
6,
years.
21, 21, 24,
Not again.
24, 30. Oh, 7, 37. You take, 37 plus 30. So 67 points of necrotic damage shoots out at you.
Damn.
Oh gosh.
And at that, you hear the sound of wood breaking. I need everyone to roll initiative. As, let's see, you have a torch on you, Cricket, correct?
Correct.
Okay, 1 second. I will do
Is the
an
wood
aura.
breaking coming from coffins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a copper guy. Oh, shit.
1 second here. Just do.
Beat breaking that's gonna carry us alive.
1 second here. 1 second. Advance C aura 1. Okay. Everyone should be able to see that. Those that need it. Wish there was a lighter color. I guess that'll work. So within that range, Cricket, you're up there. As you open the door, you hear this wood breaking. Everyone hears it. I'll get everyone's initiative here in a second. Okay. So Dispel Magic only ends one magical effect. There were 2 on the door.
Uh-huh.
That's why. And I rolled a d6. Had you roll d6 to see which one was you were going to end, because you didn't know. You're just like, well, I'll do one of these magic effects that's on the door. Boom.
Oh, yeah. I was just praying.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So Paylor, his light dispelled one of the magical effects. There. Let me open up the D&D Beyond. Get my encounter going. This is different than what I had imagined, but it actually might work out better for you because you're well, it's weird because one way you wouldn't have had the 67 points of damage from the Finger of Death spell that was on the lock on the door. But yeah. But you may have had more things to deal with. We'll see.
I'm gonna go warm up pizza, if that's okay.
Yep, go for it.
What's your initiative first?
Let's see. Okay. That's going to be interesting. John, what was your initiative?
5.
5. Cricket?
6.
6. Jesus. Jacques?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good about mine now. It's a 8.
Jesus. And I can't see Doug, so I don't know if he's there or not.
I'm here.
Okay. What's your initiative?
22.
22.
There you go.
Get it.
Yeah. Are you eating or something at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Already has a 25 million initiative. It goes 5 times before anyone has a chance to breathe.
Well, Constance did rather well, so that's good. Oh, they rolled really shit too. What's your dex bonus or initiative bonus, Jacques?
2.
2. Okay. They go before you. Okay. We will wait for Zach. Not necessarily a great way to start off combat, but
The best way to start off combat.
yeah, we'll see what happens. And Cricket, this even catches you off guard a little bit. You're maybe not expecting some kind of death ray.
I really was not. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think technically I would have been up there too by the door. So do you
Yeah,
want me to
it's
be-
a single target though. The spell's a single target, and he was the one
No.
opening it.
I mean, should I move my character up there?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you would have been up there.
I don't know where Atlas came from, but
Yeah, Atlas would have been right behind Cricket.
never know.
Yep, there you go. And Jacques he had stepped back. He was up there investigating, but he stepped back a little bit to let the Reverend pass. But I guess, Zach, are you there, buddy? No, he's still heating up pizza.
He's muted.
I think he's still heating up pizza, I guess. I don't know. We'll just wait.
All right.
There you go.
Yo.
All right, what was your initiative, bud?
It's 2 plus 7. Wait, no, 8. Initiative is plus 6.
Okay. It's 8. Fuck. 1 second. Fucking hell.
Oh, wait, my bad. Mine would actually be a 6. I forgot everything's at a -2 still.
Okay. 22. Yours would have been a 6. That was Cricket's initiative, I think. Was a 6? Or was that John's? I had to hit back.
Excuse me.
You're muted, John. It was yours. Okay.
I got 5.
You had 5. That's right. Okay, there we go then. We'll boost that up. And these guys... 9. There we go. All right, so Constance, you hear the breaking of wood. And then you're kind of shocked by all the events that had happened. 1 second you're praying to Pelor, hoping that you'll be able to dispel this magic on the door. And it seems to have worked, and Cricket reaches out. He reaches out and opens the door, and suddenly a green flash of light hits him. And he looks very rough as you hear the breaking of wood coming from inside. You essentially spend your turn gaining your reaction back, considering everyone's surprised at the current moment of everything that's going down.
We hear the breaking up in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear that. You're like, oh shit. You gain your senses back immediately. You're able to stand up and get ready for the next round. That's essentially everyone. You can move, but you spend your action to get ready. And so it's their turn, as they will do something here. Also, I should probably switch the map, eh? Oop, wrong one. What the hell? There it is.
Is it at this time that I would be thinking I was supposed to like tie him up and not come into the crypt yet? And that they would have disarmed it, kind of? Or like, what did I do wrong?
You were thinking that the deal was supposed to take place tonight, essentially. And so you're catching them off guard in a way. They weren't expecting you to be brought so soon. So it's good and bad overall. But let me get their portraits on here as well. I had it pulled up, but then I closed out the thing. Yeah, I'll just use these. These look good. Roll 20. Where are you? There you are. Okay. They burst out there, and yeah, that is actually their turn, bursting out. And who is next up? The rest of you essentially gain your reaction, but if you wanted to move, you could move.
So are they like undead?
You don't
Still
see
here.
them. They're down the stairs. You don't know.
Well, I mean, like as a general rule, like is this organization that he works with? I thought they were just like assassins.
Yeah,
or are they
yeah,
like
yeah.
special like vampire assassins?
They are alive. This is weird.
Okay.
Yeah, this whole entire thing's catching you off guard, Cricket. You're like, what the fuck? So yeah. You move where you want to move, but you spend your action gaining your reaction back, essentially.
I still do not have control of my token.
You don't? Really? Okay, 1 second. I will make it so. Controlled by Jacques. There you go. Now you should.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. If that is everyone, then we will start it back at the top of the round. Constance.
You said I can move? Sorry.
Yeah, you can move. Yep.
All right, I'll just go ahead and move. 20. Right up to here. And I can see, like, the 5 foot in front of me?
Well, if your sword out, you can see 10 if you activate it.
Yes, that's right. I'll take out my sword and activate it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, that's a bonus action. Do I have a bonus action?
You have a bonus action, essentially, I think.
Okay.
Did I?
Yeah.
I bought you goggles. You can see.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
put those on.
All right. You have the goggles on, which you probably would have entered when you entered the crypt.
Only a 4-year problem right there solved with a 5 gold item.
Every race game can see in the dark except the humans.
All right. So, Constance, it is now your turn.
Constance is kind of a simple guy when it comes to things like this, so he goes, moves up into the center of the room.
You see, you're not sure what exactly they are. They don't.
I
look
don't know what
like,
they are, but I assume they're undead, and so
yes,
I'm going
yes,
to cast.
They look undead.
I'm going to cast. Well, I'm going to channel divinity.
Okay.
Turn undead / destroy undead.
Okay.
So everything within 30 feet of me has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
If they fail, they spend their entire time moving as far away from me as possible within their move. They can't
Okay.
take reactions, but they can dash, and they can use the dodge action.
Okay. And destroy undead is it under a certain challenge rating or?
Yes. So let me get you that information.
That would just be
I am a
funny.
12th. I'm a 12th level, but I'm assuming we're going to use the 11th level on this for cleric, so it's 2 or lower.
2 or lower.
I'm assuming they're higher, but yeah.
Yeah, so they are going to make. We'll start with the one top left as they're sitting up or they're standing up, and you look, and their eyes are glistening red, and they have fangs, and their claws extend towards you. Wisdom saving throw. This one got a 17.
It fails.
Okay. The one to the top right. Oh, 5 plus 3. Or 15 plus 3. Sorry. 15 plus 3.
Okay.
Is 18.
So that's exactly it.
Okay, that one succeeds. The one to the lower left. Got a 17 plus 3, a 20. And
Okay.
oh, that one. So these two fail.
Okay.
And so this one can't go towards you, so it's just going to stay in the corner. They can't come closer to you.
They can't move. Yeah, they can't move close to me.
But she can't run away from you either, so she stays there.
Right, but the other one can move.
Yeah, the other one can't. Yeah, it would technically not be getting any closer. So yeah, you're right. But the ones on the right side, interesting how that worked. The ones on the right side succeeded. Okay, very nice. As you shout, utter a loud prayer, or a command, rather, from Paylor, and it almost seems like this burst of light, like a cloud of light, exudes from you, and two of them look shaken.
The power of Paylor compels you. Go back to your crypt.
Okay, so this one can't do anything. This one will run up to you, and let's see here. All right, the first one is going to be a claw attack against you. Natural 1, fail. Just
Nice.
And it scrapes your vestments, but it seems like just Paylor himself almost is protecting your skin, and it just kind of dusts your cloth. And the
Isn't
other attack,
one of them supposed to run away? The one on the lower left?
the one, it's not their turn yet.
Okay, they'll run away.
On their
Yeah.
turn.
A 16 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, and that one misses both its claw attacks. The one out here rushes forward over to you as well, seeing the only target in the room. Swarms you. Oh, that's going to be a 20 to hit with a claw attack. Okay. And this one may be... Instead of dealing damage, the target can the creature can grapple the target. So it will grapple you instead. It kind of hugs you from behind, and its fangs show forth, and it tries to bite your neck with this next attack. 13 plus. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. It deals, well, not that great. 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay, just real quick. Did we ever take a moment to heal?
Yeah, you're
from
all
the
healed.
last time?
Yeah, you guys took a
Okay.
long rest. You should be fully healed, everyone.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So
Oh, just making sure.
yeah, click on. Well, yeah. So keep in mind that you did do a spell. So if you click
Yes.
long rest, redo that.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't need to do this to the thing. I just wanted to make sure I was full.
Yep.
It's good.
So 8 piercing damage
Okay.
plus. This is distinct difference. Plus 9. So take 8 points of piercing, but reduce your max hit point maximum by 9. As it seems to suck in some of that. And this one down here is going to move over here. 1, 2, 3. And she's going to try to move past you.
I
Do I have a reaction?
She's gonna. She can't just move past you. She has to make a attempt, unless you let her by. But she fails her acrobatics check, so she stops right there. She can't go any further.
Very cool.
So yeah, she initially tries, but she can't make it past you. So no op attack, I guess there, because you're blocking her way. But she is up right next to you now, so on this upcoming turn, you can totally hit her, and the other one just stares in the corner. Atlas, it is your turn.
Kind of like Blair Witch. So I just kind of stare in the corner there.
Yeah. Tyler didn't get enough sleep last night.
I'm here.
I know. You're resting your eyes. You're just feeling good right now. I know.
Yeah.
31 to hit. Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah, that's a hit. For sure.
Okay. Ooh, 8 plus sneak attack plus some other stuff. I'll tell you the number in just a second.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. I love getting a handful of D6s. It's freaking 7 of them, right? That's fun. That's high-level D&D right there.
There you go.
18, 20, 30. Nice. 45 damage on just the first attack there.
That's really good.
And it is a magical weapon, too, so.
Yep.
For any of that. And then Wakazashi here as a bonus offhand.
Oh, fuck. I guess she could. Oh, well, too late. Lesson learned. She could have used spider climb to climb on top of the wall and get out, but it's okay.
Oh, shit. That's freaky.
Yeah. It's a little
That would have
freaky.
been horrifying. You just like bend your neck backwards and kind of do it like this. Wakazashi. I'm going to go ahead and miss on that one politely. Nice 1. So 13 damage.
Yeah, and did Turn Undead do any damage to it, or?
No, it just turns them, and they, as long as they're afflicted by it, and she's within 30 feet of me, she has to take her action to move. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she can't attack at all.
Right. So this is going to be fun to watch for at least one more round.
Yeah. Is it a save at the end of their turn, or what? Or is it just boom?
It doesn't say that they save again. It just says they spend.
Okay,
as long as they're within range of me.
Yeah. The initial burst, but once they get outside that range, it fades, and then they can come back.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
now, if I come back into it for whatever reason and cast it again, then they would have.
So the one in the corner is just fucked. It can't move.
Yeah, but it should be easy picking.
Yeah. I mean, the ceiling in here is not incredibly high, so.
But it's high enough.
But she couldn't even spider climb because the ceiling is like at 10 feet, and she'd get close. She'd have to get closer to you. So she's just like clawing the wall, trying to get out, and she can't. So Atlas, that is a miss.
My righteousness.
Cricket, it is your turn.
I am going to.
You don't see,
level, 7th level cure wounds myself because I'm really fucked up from that.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, so go ahead and do that.
And then I'm also going to step up. That's all I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. After that, we have Jacques.
Jake.
Jake. I will whisper to Bombad. I think I want to target the one that's right here. I will just say,
can you see? You can't see them, I don't think, right?
Oh, do the stairs go up or?
Oh, they go down. Yeah, they go down.
They go down, but your lighted only stops at the end of the stairs.
I guess there's dim light, so it would have some concealment plus the. It's like 10 feet down. Yeah, actually from there you can't even see them.
Gotcha. Okay. What is my distance there? Where's my ruler?
Bombad, give me sight.
Well, I've got dark vision 60, but.
Oh yeah.
But it's probably more. It's probably more
height.
to do.
Yeah,
with the elevation, right?
If you moved up to like right here, you could see the one on the stairs, and if you moved up,
I was supposed to have moved. Sorry.
oh yeah, no
All
worries. So Cricket, yeah, you can see the one on the stairs, kind of, but it has some concealment. But you can't really see the one down below and in. Can't see what's going on in the room.
If I got right behind Aenos, would I be able to see into the room?
Yeah, with some concealment, you could see the first one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you could barely make out Constance if you got right behind Aenos.
Constance's eyes are glowing.
Because of the height, right?
Yep.
Undead.
Yeah, because of the height. Correct.
Fiends.
So how close would I need to get to be able to see the one on the stairs then, you said, for the height purposes?
Close to where Cricket is, basically beside Cricket.
Okay. Okay.
Though she would get.
And I'll just target that one then.
All right, sounds good. She does get a slight boost, but other than that, it's free pickings. Go for it.
Oh, because she gets cover from the stairs, or what?
Yeah, just barely. Yeah.
Okay. Then just where do I need to be to where she won't get cover from the stairs? Where
One
do I need
more
to
up.
be to see?
One more up. Yeah, and you'll be in full
I'm just
sight.
gonna move here because it'll just be easier for everybody.
Boo, 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 boo.
All right. I can't afford them to have anything when I'm fighting at -2s on everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I got a 21. I got a 19. I got another 19.
Both are
Got
hits.
a 24.
That's a hit. Yeah.
A 17. And then the last one is a 19.
Yeah. All dead. I mean, well, not dead, but you know.
Oh yeah, dead.
Well,
I'm dead.
those are all just hits. I haven't actually done any damage. All right, so then damage is still them all at once. You prefer us the total and just give you a final, right?
Yeah, most of the time.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Unless they're like different types and something has resistance to one of your types, then it's a little different. But
Mm-hmm. Where can I move this so it's not in the way? Multi-attack's kind of silly. Okay, that's 69 damage.
69. Nice.
69.
Yeah. So you do that, and the vampire bursts into ash.
It just looks like it gets pummeled by an invisible assailant.
Yeah.
Beaten to dirt.
Nice.
I feel a spray of ash against my neck. The hell?
What the hell's going on? You're getting mauled by these things inside. Only 2.
Oh no! I'm just like, oh, Peloris providing today. You might as well retreat.
Yeah. So interesting. Yeah, you guys are doing quite well here. Aenos.
All right. With the ash just falling to the ground, I will run forward. Oop. 1. There. Into there. And right up to there. And I will attack the lower one first. Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, just attack number 1. Went onto my keyboard and then off. That is a 16?
Hits, yes.
All right. Damage for that. That is 18 damage.
18. Nice.
And I will go ahead and use pushing attack on that
Okay.
Expend a superiority die, add the d10 to damage, and if the target's large or small, it must make a strength saving throw, DC 17 on failure. It's pushed back up to 15 feet away from me. That is an additional 7 damage.
Okay. It's a strength check. So 1 second. Or athletics, right?
Yep. Or strength saving throw, not technically athletics.
Okay, strength saving throw.
If that makes a difference.
Okay, what was the DC? It got a 17.
17, yeah. So it makes it.
All right, that's fine. And what was the damage on that?
An additional 7.
Oh, what was the damage before that?
It was 18 plus the 7.
18 plus 25. Jesus. All right.
Yes, yeah. 18 plus 7. All right, attack number 2. I'll go ahead and make that against it again. That's like a 28.
Yeah, that's a hit. Your force sword in the dark is glowing white light as you strike at the
17
vampire.
damage.
17 damage. Is that the same one?
Yes.
Okay, it's
And
looking rough.
If it's still up, I'll go ahead and use another superiority die.
Yep.
1. And I'll have it do another push.
Okay. Ooh, this one fails. At first, it didn't want to seem to... Because it is grappling Constance and is sucking his blood from behind. It doesn't want to break the grapple, but you just fling it back here. Pfft, and it hits the wall, and it looks at you, and it hisses.
All right. Attack number 3 against the one I am next to. That is still going to hit. That's like 19.
19 is a hit, yes.
Yep. All right. And it takes... Jeez, that's not good. 11 damage.
11 damage, yes.
And I use another superiority die to push it. That's an additional 6.
Okay. 6 damage. Let's see here. Oh, hey, 17 plus 3. It succeeds.
do it.
It's push. Now it is Constance. Your turn. The one that was grappling you from behind and bit into your neck, leaving puncture wounds, was forced off of you by Aenos.
Yeah, so quick question. I thought that's the one that Bombad hit.
No, that one's dead.
That one's dead, yeah.
I know, but I thought Jacques said he was aiming for this one.
I was going to, but I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I
At
had to
any
go
rate.
for the
All
one on the
right.
stairs.
Okay. Well, it won't matter then. This one right here, I am going to cast Word of Radiance. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
If it fails, it'll take 3d6 radiant. And that's with anything within 5 feet, since there's no
Roll
longer
a-
another one next to me.
Roll a
Just that one.
16 plus 3 for 19.
Okay, well then it succeeds.
Does it do any half damage or?
No, it's just a cantrip.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. In which case, this one will continue clawing the wall, and this other one seems to be reinvigorated. Its wounds closing up fast, and it looks between the two of you, and it will attack the preacher man again, seeing as it is less armored than the other fellow. So it is not attacking you, Aenos. It is attacking Constance.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll go ahead and make that attack then.
Yep. That's 1 second though, as a reaction, so it will take its first strike on correct. It is your reaction to do that.
Yes, it is my reaction
yeah.
to do it.
So, but a 23 to hit you, Constance, and at the same time, go ahead and roll there,
Yeah.
Aenos.
That's like 19.
Yep, hit.
16 actually.
Hit.
Oh,
Yep.
it was
But
19. My numbers mixed up. Yeah.
you take 10 points of slashing damage as its claws rake you, Constance.
And it takes 21.
How much damage from me?
That was 10 slashing.
Cool.
Fucking natural 20 on you with the
Woohoo.
other claw attack.
Sweet.
Yeah.
No, you already rolled. It's fine.
What? I don't think you could do anything about that, right, John? Could you?
I mean, I could have used the superiority die try to push it away.
Yeah, it's already on the next one.
You already rolled. It's fine.
But it could have moved up with its move and attacked anyway, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 4. Nice. Now I'm gonna roll that. It's a 3. 11. Oh. 12. Not too bad. 15 points of slashing damage to you, Constance, as it quickly makes 2 claw attacks. Then this one moves up to you, Constance. And it will also try to make a claw attack. 13 plus 6 is 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is going to grapple you and then is going to try and bite you. This is the one that has a taste for your blood. That is an 11 plus 6, 17.
Misses.
Misses, yeah. So it can't quite. You're jostling around. It's trying to bite your neck, and it just barely misses. All right. In which case, Atlas, it is your turn. You see all this happening in the room ahead. You are muted. By the way, okay.
Working my way over that tab. Okay. Shadoop.
Okay.
Right there. Back up my homeboy here. Throw hands with this one.
Throw hands.
I'm throwing hands with him. 20 to hit.
20 to hit. Yes, that is a hit.
Okay.
As you slash your katana into him or her.
31 damage.
31 damage. Nice.
And then offhand attack too.
No, that was enough.
Nice. Can I move and take my offhand on the other one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stoop. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yes.
And that is a d6. 5 damage on that one.
5 damage. All right. And you guys are dealing with these that channel divinity at the beginning, and half of them failing was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
We got a cleric. We
That's
brought
right.
a cleric to a necro fight somehow. I don't know how that happened, but
Yeah.
200,
Not
right?
intentionally, but you know.
no, we planned it out every step of the way. We're professionals.
Yeah.
Dude, you said crypt, and I'd already had that shit prepared.
You're like, oh, fucking crypt? Yeah.
I'm like, wait, you're taking me to a crypt? Oh, I got this.
Got my big
Imagine
guns.
if D&D characters
I didn't
like
expect her to
were
actually
so
be undead,
confident
though.
that, like zombies were gonna pop out anytime they go to a crypt.
You're like, oh, yeah, zombies are going to pop out. But
Never
Cricket,
seen one, but I mean, you know.
it's your turn.
I am going to.
step to there, and I'm going to cure wounds myself again. And Constance, you may have a bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank you. And that's a D10?
Correct. On a attack or skill check, your choice.
Sounds good.
may also use it after you see your roll. You don't have to use it right at the start.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you step down and you see these entities with their fangs and their claws, but Constance, there's one just trying to get away from Constance, but seemingly can't. It's just scratching at a wall, trying to burrow its way through this hard stone. But the other one seems seemingly not really affected by it. But Aenos, Atlas, and Constance are whittling away at it. And then Jacques, it is your turn.
I will just casually walk down the stairs and stand next to Cricket. I'll target this one. Say, you were strong enough to resist the commands of our necromancer. You should be a worthy opponent. And I will cast...
I know, right? It just dies from the words. Oh, like daggers to my face.
I got an 18, a 17, and a 20.
18, a 17, and a 20, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They all hit, yes.
Okay. See if I can do basic math in my head this time instead of using a calculator.
Don't be ashamed.
I know, right? Okay, you know what? Good point.
Don't be ashamed. There's nothing there. I'll do the same thing.
I got 36 damage on the initial barrage.
Yep.
Oh, in that case, I will not twin cast. I will just leave it at that.
You do have one trying to claw its way out, but it can't.
Well, that's what I thought. I was going to twin cast and split it between the two.
Yeah.
But I decided that one was a lesser prey to me since it's been trying to run the whole time, so I will not twin cast.
Yeah. All right. So after you, it is Aenos.
All right. Let's walk up to it. Give him some smacks. Sugar smacks.
Sugar smacks.
Attack number 1. That's 19. Not great damage. 11 damage.
Yes.
Attack 2. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Hey, so Burgess, just to let you know that the creature fails its saving throw at its turn for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
So it's no longer turned.
All right, then.
Yes.
Good to know, but that is a crit. All right. Do you want me to just roll multiple dice, or do you want me to...
just roll multiple dice, yeah.
All right, and do I do the d6? I do
Yeah,
all damage.
All damage dice are doubled.
All right. That's d6 and a d. And metal dice just feel so much better.
I do like my metal die.
All right, that could have been better. 3, 10, 15, plus 8, so 23 damage.
Plus your modifier?
Yep, that's...
must have rolled low, eh?
Yeah, I rolled like a 1 and a 2 on the d6s.
Oh, what's that about?
Oh, that sucks.
And then attack number 3.
All right.
That one might not hit. 15?
That seems to hit exactly on as you strike with your force sword, and it cuts into them.
That's, again, not very good. 12 damage. And I guess I'll go ahead and use the superiority die.
12 damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And but I will use my D10 for the superiority die. An additional 6. And the next attack roll against the target has advantage, as if they're not easy enough to hit already.
Okay, Constance. It is your turn now. With this last vampire still standing.
Whoa, they're vampires?
No.
Oh, I'm out of here.
I will go ahead and it has to make a dex saving throw, which I'm sure it'll do it no problem. But I can't use your bardic inspiration on anything with that, can I?
No, because they're having to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, do it anyway.
Actually, they failed. They rolled a 5.
Woo! Okay.
So what were you doing?
Take the Sacred Flame. So we'll take.
And that's radiant damage?
8. Yeah. 13.
Okay.
Whew. 13 and 7 is 20 radiant damage.
Very nice. It does not it seems to be on the verge of death. The precipice. But it survives. But it does not seem to regenerate from the wounds that Aenos gave it because of your radiant energy. But looking around, it will climb on the ceiling. It make opportunity attack as it climbs away from you, Aenos.
Yay. That's 21. It stays there.
Shit. And it stays there. Rolling
It's
damage. I'm just trying to get away.
8 plus 8. 16 damage.
With that, it hisses at you. Curse you! Our master will as you slice into it, and it bursts into ash.
Neat.
So, yeah. Am I afflicted?
No, you're not afflicted. You don't
They just
feel
took-
any different. But yeah,
Yeah,
literally the dust settles as you're in this room now with 4 coffins that are open. Now, Cricket. Maybe
So what's this thing there next to?
it is a sarcophagi.
But this is just a wooden casket.
Yeah, that's just a wooden casket.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you look, make a everyone just make an investigation check. Just as you're searching around.
Yeah, it's like I would particularly look for, like,
Who has
considering
the
how
best
out of place
investigation?
they are. Like, if
think
these
Atlas.
were
Atlas,
relatively recent,
get a bardic inspiration.
it's like I'm in particular looking to see if they were recently moved into here.
Okay, yep, go for it.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
12.
Dumb.
Plus bardic inspiration, Atlas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
shit.
rolled a 3. And then I had a 3 on the bardic, and then I have +6.
Not
so-
everyone can be great. It's okay.
Yeah, I got 16.
Well, I mean, not everyone can be great
22,
all the time.
16. Okay. Constance, if you're 22, Aenos, you're searching around. Aenos, you do find inside the casket, underneath the padding, there is gold. For what purpose you're not sure. It could have been wherever these things were transported so they could have walking about money. But in each casket, there is 500 gold pieces. And Constance, you notice the trails beyond that. The dust seems to be moved, and these were moved in here recently. As well as you notice that there's one missing.
There's one of these missing.
Yeah, it looks
from
like
this
they're
room?
on top of the sarcophagi. The dust seems to be cleared, and it looks like the outline of roughly a wooden box, or just a box of some type, roughly the same size as these coffins, was recently removed from here. You're not sure what that could
And it doesn't
mean.
look like it's any tracks or anything besides that.
Yeah, nothing other than that, really.
Yep, I'll relay that to everybody. But
Yeah.
So there's 2,000 gold between the 4.
Yep. So 2,000 gold overall.
damn.
All right, so then divided equally, everybody will get 400, unless someone has a reason not to do that.
No, that's fair.
All right, so everyone gained 400 gold pieces.
I'm not poor
rich, bitch.
anymore.
And with that, we will end the session there. Just defeating those vampire spawn. Cricket, even you know that you've never really seen vampires.
Yeah, this is not what I was expecting to be down here,
Yep.
to be honest.
I think Atlas might be able to venture guess who their master is.
I don't want to say I'm intimately familiar with vampires.
But I mean, you were close.
Yeah.
Probably the closest.
Yeah.